the very end of my top 10.
Yeah, I got him in my top 10.
Like 10.
Hold on. So you have what you have Dak ranked?
7.
You about to find out. Yeah, you about to hear.
Hold on. Let's talk about it, bro. We back at NFL Takeover.
Oh, you muted yourself.
You muted yourself, bro.
Audio.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
You good.
We got Lex, we got Ioana, we got Byron, and we got LB. I just want to start with the topic, man. I want to talk about who are the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, bro.
Let's get it.
I want to start with the new guy, the new guy that just came up, bro. Lex, I want to hear what your top 10 quarterbacks is because we starting a new season. You know what I'm saying? It's been the new topic. Let's talk about it, Lex. What's up with it, bro? Who is your top 10 quarterback? Let's talk about it. Let's break it down, brother.
All right. So I'm gonna go in order because I ain't no hoe. So at 1, I got Joe Burrow. At 2, I got Josh Allen. At 3, I got Stafford. 4, I got Drake May. At 5, I got Lamar Jackson. 6, Pat Mahomes. 7, Dak Prescott. 8, I'm gonna put Justin Herbert. 9, Jared Goff. And at 10, I got Jordan Love. At my 10 spot, I put Jordan Love.
Can you explain your list and your logic, your criteria?
Yeah, so for me, like, I prefer quarterbacks who are versatile. I prefer quarterbacks who can, like, on a read a defense, how be able to adjust to a defense. Somebody who can elevate and take over a game. Somebody that I can plug and play into a system, and then they're gonna elevate that system. So when you look at a Joe Burrow, he knows he's one of the best quarterbacks when it comes to pre-snap, when it comes to the post-snaps. He's one of the best quarterbacks when it comes to accuracy, completion percentage. And then when I look at Josh Allen, I can say the similar thing. He has a big arm. And I look at Stafford's similar things. Pre-snap, post-snap, these are all elite quarterbacks. So that's what I'm looking at when I'm looking at my top 5 for sure.
What about you, Ioana? Do you agree with this list? And what was your list too?
I do not agree with this list. So I'm gonna go order 2. So I got Lamar at 1, Allen at 2,
Disgusting.
Burrow at 3, Mahomes at 4, Stafford, May, Herbert, Dak, Goff, and Stroud. That's my list. Now, what do I value? Yes, Stroud. What? CJ Stroud. What do I value, bro? I value consistency, bro. So if you have an MVP caliber season over the last 2-3 years, obviously I'm gonna have it higher than somebody that doesn't. That's just what I want to see.
So hold on, where you have Burrow in?
Burrow's at 4, or he's at 3. He's at 3.
So who you have over Burrow?
Who's your
Lamar
top
and
3?
Allen.
So you have Josh Allen? Oh wow.
Yeah, I have Josh Allen above Burrow.
So hold on. So you have CJ Stroud in your top 10, and he has not been consistent.
Yeah, that's not it.
But he has been consistent, bro.
How? How is CJ Stroud been consistent? He's been dog shit over the last 2 seasons.
No, that's not true. Here's the thing about CJ Stroud. Y'all letting CJ Stroud one playoff performance affect y'all entire perception on this guy, bro.
His whole regular season was ass last year.
It wasn't just playoff stuff.
I was not saying CJ Stroud was not a top 10 quarterback until the Patriots game. Like, let's be real.
I said it all.
That's not true at all.
Hold on, let me finish.
That's not true at all.
CJ Stroud is one of the worst positions in the NFL. He's had a horrible O-line. He's had injuries to his receivers. He's asked to do so much in that Texans offense.
I got a question for you.
Bro, y'all can't let one playoff performance deter your entire perception on this guy. Like, he's still good.
What was his situation worse to what Drake May or Justin Herbert had to do with? Or was it a similar situation?
No, but that's why I have Herbert and Joe Burrow above CJ Stroud. So I mean,
so you honestly think that CJ Stroud has been playing more consistent football and MVP caliber level football than Sam Darnold?
Yes, bro. See, Sam Darnold, look, bro.
Oh my
yes,
God.
He has been more consistent than Sam Darnold. God, he's been more consistent than Sam Darnold. Are we serious, bro?
He's
been more consistent than Sam Darnold.
Bro, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold would literally play at a top 5 to top 7 level last year. Arguably top 5, top 7 level last year. He was making high-level throws. Look what he did in Minnesota. Minnesota, he restricted his career, playing at a great level at Minnesota, had top 5 to top 10 production. You're going to sit there and tell me that C.J. Stroud, who was dog shit last year in the regular season, then his sophomore year, we made an excuse talking about, the O-line was not good and all that other stuff like that. You cannot sit there and say that consistency and playing at a top 5 level, playing top 5 MP level and playing at that high level, that C.J. Stroud is over Sam Darnold. But then I got to ask you the question. Who's been bad the last 2 years? C.J. Stroud or Sam Darnold?
Bro, all right, look. Bro, C.J. Stroud, but bro, this is what y'all not understanding. C.J. Stroud is in a way worse position than Sam Darnold is in. Sam Darnold is not asked to make these high-level throws like C.J. Stroud is. Bro, Mookie used to be the biggest C.J. Stroud fan, and now he's the biggest C.J. Stroud hater. Like, it's crazy to switch up on C.J. Stroud when this guy moves.
I mean,
he's not
moving. But C.J. Stroud is in the same situation as Justin Herbert. He's in the same situation as Drake May.
No, he's not. He's not in the same situation.
Wait, hold on. Let me explain as to why.
He's not in the same situation as Joe Burrow. No, he's not.
So when you look at Joe Burrow, he has a horrible O-line. He had a horrible defense, and he still performed. When you look at Drake May, he had a horrible O-line. He didn't have weapons.
Well, hold on, Lex. I don't think he's trying to say that he's on the caliber of those quarterbacks. He's trying to sit there and say that C.J. Stroud dealing with the situation that he's dealt with was still a top 10 to top 5 quarterback, and I just don't see the case at all. You think C.J. Stroud has been better than Dak when healthy? Do you think he's better than Sam Darnold when healthy? Do you think he's better than Jared Goff when healthy? Like, obviously, he ain't better than Justin Herbert. So I just don't understand how I'm going to squeeze him in the top 5. I'm going to squeeze him in the top 10 when there's like 4 cars. He hasn't even been better than Baker Mayfield.
Yes, he has been better than Baker Mayfield.
Has he been better than Jordan Love?
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? Y'all just letting one playoff performance. Bro, y'all letting this one playoff. Did y'all even watch the Steelers game? I think y'all did not watch the Texans. Y'all did not watch the Steelers game. Y'all did not watch these games. You would realize that
on stream.
You would realize. Hold on, y'all would realize that C.J. Stroud is asked to make these high-level throws, throw with rhythm, timing, anticipation.
And he's not making them. That's the problem. He's not making them.
He doesn't. He doesn't do that. So I'm going to put him in the top 10.
You telling me C.J. Stroud isn't asked to throw with anticipation, timing, and
he doesn't do that.
Yes, he does. He does it at a high level.
Bro, he stopped. Bro, the thing about C.J. Stroud, and I'm going to Byron for his top 10. The thing about C.J. Stroud, what made him good in his rookie year was his ability to find gaps in the defense, was his accuracy, was his great ball placement, right? Was his anticipation in zones. But all of that, all the timing, all of that, the pocket awareness, all the shit that made him good in his rookie year fall off the cliff. And his sophomore and his third year in the league. So I cannot sit there and say that someone, you asked to do stuff. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are asked to do the things in the offense. That don't mean they're doing it, right? Jalen Hurts is asked to make high-level throws. That don't mean he can do it.
He ain't doing it.
So it's just like, it is what it is. Byron, what's your reaction to you want a top 10, and what is your top 10?
I mean, the CJ Stroud stuff is a bit much for me because he had a really great rookie year, and you want the quarterbacks to continue to improve, learn, and grow, and that's not really what we're seeing. We're actually seeing a digression. And I don't know how you can say Sam Darnold isn't asked to make the same throws CJ Stroud is when he's producing a triple crown in JSN. I don't know how, obviously he's had to make the best throws. He was drafted top of his draft class for a reason. He's an amazing arm talent that is capable of making all the throws. Anyway, my list. I've got Stafford at 1, the MVP. This is a lot of weight based on last year, but I'm not going to ignore the rest of the seasons, if you know. But Josh Allen at 2, Mahomes at 3, Burrow at 4, Herbert at 5, May at 6, Dak at 7, Lamar at 8, Williams at 9, and Knicks at 10.
Knicks?
Bro, there's no way you just my list.
Oh my god!
You got Bo Nix. You got Bo Nix in the top 10, bro. Like, there's no way you're telling me that Bo Nix is a top 10 quarterback and CJ Stroud's not a top 10 quarterback. Like,
How is
what is your thought
CJ
process? I
Stroud
wanna hear
better
your
than Bo
thought
Nix.
process.
CJ Stroud
by-
aside of it, but Lamar
CJ
Jackson
Stroud.
Lamar Jackson at 8 is crazy, and Bo Nix in the top 10 is also crazy. So
Yeah, Bo, I mean, I don't understand. I thought you was trolling with the Bo Nix shit, but bro, there's no way you absolutely think hey, he's a top 10.
Yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
Bo Nix out of
phenomenal.
all the 10 quarterbacks that we have named, we can comfortably say that Bo Nix is the worst pocket passer out of all the 10 quarterbacks we named. He's not a good pocket passer. He's just not.
That's fair.
A lot of things that shows on tape of him just bail out of clean pockets, inaccurate throws, especially when pressure is near the gaps, just inconsistent decision making. I mean, the fact that he was led the lead in attempts and barely had over 4,000 yards just shows you what type of passer he is. And then the turnovers, especially when he's under pressure, he's not a good quarterback under pressure as well. I think Bo Nix had 10 turnovers under pressure this season. To say he's in the top 10 when you never can say, Byron, that Bo Nix has ever produced a top 10 season is crazy to me, bro.
Especially when in your category, you said it was heavily based on last season as well. But then you had Justin Herbert in your top 5. You have Justin Herbert above Drake May. You have Lamar at 8. This is like, how is this? This list is disgusting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, how you have Drake May so low on your list, but you heavily based it off of last season when he was the second ranked in MVP.
Yeah, well, we can't just blindly ignore all the other seasons, but I think it's important to.
That's literally what you did with Stafford, though. But that's what you're doing with Stafford.
I thought Stafford plays the best football last year. That's why he won the MVP. I think Stafford's been playing at a really high level for a really long time. He's been.
But if you're basing it off of a previous season, you can't argue and say that he's number 1 above Josh Allen, above Pat Mahomes, above a Joe Burrow, and then at the same time base it off of last season and have him so high. Like that.
He
That's
won the
inconsistent.
MVP last season.
Yeah.
Okay, then
he was
Drake
the
May
most
second,
valuable
so why
player
is he so low?
Because that had more to do with team record, and 1 year for me is not a big enough sample size with one of the easiest schedules in football.
Team record.
I think he's amazing. I think he's amazing. He's the best quarterback on the list from that whole draft class. I think he's.
But if you're saying that's basically on team records and all the things, then why are you have Stafford so high when he has one of the best defenses in football? He has one of the best offenses in football, one of the best head coaches when it comes to offense oriented in football. When he has one of the best receiving core in football, you have all of these things stacked in his favor. In this, his whole system is basically made and molded for him to get touchdowns. That's why he was the leader in touchdowns. And yet you're not using that against him, but then you're using the same breath using it against Drake May. When he has thrown to the fucking plumbers.
I never really talked about a surrounding cast. I think the Rams are one of the best.
But you just said it was that's a team record though. But I'm doing the same thing to you.
That's why his name was in the MVP conversation, right? That's why Joe Burrow can't be in the MVP conversation when he's going 8-9, right? Like, so Stafford obviously won for a variety of reasons, but his numbers, statistically speaking, were also the best in football last year. And it's not that I'm taking one good season like I am with Drake May. You have to take in the entire history of everything that we've seen from Stafford. At this moment, entering the season, based on last season, everything we've seen, he is currently playing the best quarterback.
No, Lex, I 100% agree with you. I think Matthew Stafford right now is starting to become the most overrated quarterback that I have witnessed over the last 2-3 years. And I'm starting to think he's more overrated than Lamar Jackson, right? Because we're starting to put Stafford into conversations where he don't belong because, like Lex said, his situation just got extremely better. If you would have sit there and told me what have changed for Matthew Stafford game, you couldn't sit there and tell me anything. He's always made high-level throws. He's always had unbelievable arm talent. He's always been accurate outside the number of throws. He still does not have the mobility, so that shit didn't change, right? And he still has the flaw that he has under pressure. That shit hasn't changed. What has changed is that you added one of the best play callers in the game. You added 2 top 10 wide receivers in the game, right? Don't forget the fact that he played with Cooper Kupp as well, right? You're improving the O-line. His defense got better. And he's winning, and he's producing MVP caliber stats. Is that enough to sit there and say that, oh, yeah, He's a better quarterback than Burrow. He's a better quarterback than Allen. Is he a better quarterback than Drake May? When those guys are much better under pressure than Stafford, they're much better in providing we're talking about terms of when the pocket collapses and providing that type of playmaking outside the pocket, right? And they're arguably better pocket passers than him, right? Is that enough to put him over there because he had the best season with the best team, with the best stats, right? No. Y'all are starting to put Matthew Stafford into all-time great conversations. Y'all sit there and say he better than Rodgers. If he win another championship, he better than Breeze. Y'all starting to put him to conversations where he don't belong. And I 100% agree with you, Lex. He's starting to be the most overrated quarterback in the league. Because if nothing has changed in your game, when he was in Detroit, he was never considered better than the upper echelon guys. Even last year, Byron didn't sit there and say that Matthew Stafford was the best quarterback in the league. Byron didn't sit there and say Matthew Stafford was a top 3 quarterback in the league. Absolutely not. But you're going to sit there and crown him the best quarterback in the league, Byron, because he has the best situation in sports over Jalen Hurts?
I don't like. It's tough. You have to be able to evaluate the play for itself. Like, you can't just dismiss anybody that plays on a great team. But it sounds like an excuse, but his play from a statistical standpoint was at the top of the league. And if you want to contribute all of that to his roster, you can. That's fine. But his mechanics are flawless. He is a pure
always had the same
technician.
mechanics, Byron.
It's been the same though.
He
but
developed.
If that's your case, Byron, why wasn't he the best last year?
They made
Yeah,
it a championship game last year. They lost on one of the final plays. It was a competitive game.
But you didn't have him as your best quarterback
teams.
last year. That's the point he's asking.
Nah,
Why
bro,
did you have him as best
that's
quarterback?
what you said. That's what you said.
Yeah,
I don't know that I had a list. I don't know that I had a list that late in the season. I wasn't here doing that.
Did you? I'm asking you now. Did you have him as your best
No,
quarterback?
but hold on, bro. Yeah, bro, I gotta defend Byron real quick.
Yeah, you guys are going in a little
Sam
bit, bro.
Darnold,
Because,
he
bro,
was playing Sam
Byron,
Darnold in
bro,
the
many
NFC
quarterbacks have
Championship
had
game.
good
I thought he
teams,
was the
bro.
best quarterback in football.
Bro,
I thought he was the best
all
quarterback
Byron
in
is saying that he literally said his criteria. He said that he valued last season the most. Matthew Stafford was obviously the best quarterback in the league last year. Matthew Stafford obviously had his prime year in his entire career was last year for the Rams.
Here's my problem
yes,
with
Matthew
that,
Stafford has improved. He's improved from his last couple years. He's improved under pressure.
What has it proved? What has it proven?
He's improved under pressure. He was bad under pressure before. Last year he was good under pressure. Last year he was
bad
bad
under
out.
bro.
That's not true.
By
He
the
was
way-
good under pressure. He was good against different zones. He was good.
Bro, most of his turnovers came under pressure.
Not
Check PFF and check his under
Bro,
pressure.
yeah, you guys are going
totality
into
of-
it.
Everyone's bad under
the season.
pressure. Tom Brady wasn't putting
Joe
up
Burrow is
10
not
points
bad
against
under
the
pressure. Joe
Saints
Burrow's elite
with
under
a
pressure.
man rush. Like,
Joe
everyone
Burrow
stinks
is
under
elite.
pressure.
Joe Burrow is elite under pressure.
Bro,
He's elite
he's not
under
bro.
pressure. Drake May
But his
is good
numbers
under
are
pressure.
not the same.
Lamar
when he's under pressure
Jackson
and when he's not,
last
everybody's
year-
numbers dip when they're under pressure.
Okay, are you
Everybody's
trying to say
Jackson
that?
was
Are you
pretty
trying to say that? Are you trying to say that Matthew Stafford didn't have his best season of his career last season?
That's not the point of the argument, though. That's
But
not
it is the
what I'm
point
saying.
of the
What I'm-
argument because he's trying
If
to
a
say
quarterback
he's
has
the
the
best
season
quarterback in the
he had,
league.
if a quarterback has the season that Stafford just had, he's going to be in top 5 conversations, no question. I don't know why.
No, I'm not even arguing that he's top 5. I'm just saying it feels inconsistent that you're weighing this season so heavily for one quarterback.
I mean,
and
he's
not
been
actually
that
saying
good.
Under the same breath, you're not
he's been
weighing it the same for another quarterback who had
I mean,
a great season or arguably a better season.
The thing is, Matt Stafford has been producing for the Rams for the last 5 years.
But then I
Like, there's
asked you
nothing new.
again for the last part. You said for the last 5 years, was he ever considered the best
No,
quarterback?
that's the
over-
Lex,
I've always had him top 10
Lex,
in the last 5
that's the
years.
thing. That's why Stafford is starting to be overrated. Is that y'all value the production, the statistical dominance. Like Matthew Stafford mechanics has always been the same. His trace has always been the same. It just the roster got improved. His O-line got much better. Everything in the situation got much better. Sean McVay was much better at calling plays last year, outplaying some of the best, outcoaching,
Okay, I got a question for you.
his coordinators last year. So, like, obviously, like, bro, like, you know, he's going to put up some MVP caliber numbers. But
So
what
why
I'm
don't
saying
you
is
say this
there's
about Joe
nothing
Burrow
in his
when he
game
has
that
Jamar
changed.
Chase and T. Higgins on his team? Why don't
What?
you say this about Joe
This is
Burrow?
trash.
Why did
Offensive
you
line
say,
is
oh,
trash.
we're talking about his offensive stats. You say, I don't care about his offensive stats
Because
he
he
a
has
good
one of
team
the
around
worst
him.
offensive lines
So
in
how come
football.
Joe Burrow has elite weapons So
Yeah,
Yes,
but
the-
Joe Burrow
he
has
has
Joe
the worst
Burrow.
offensive line
Joe
in
Burrow
football.
does not have. Hold on, Joe Burrow does
You
not
have the
have
worst
the best
offensive
play
line.
call in the game. Joe Burrow does not have a good running game, and obviously he has a terrible line. What the fuck?
No, I'm not saying that his situation is as good as Stafford, but you can't say, oh, good situations is the whole thing.
So
You're not giving no credit to Stafford.
honestly think that Stafford is in a comparable situation to Burrow?
No, I don't.
Okay, then that's my point.
Okay, but you're putting too much.
Stafford's in the best situation in football right now.
I think Darnold might be in a better situation than him.
No, he's not.
Fuck no.
In terms of
I'm not
overall
saying
team.
he can't be the best
Overall
quarterback
team,
in football
not offense.
because he's in the best situation.
Man,
No,
that
what
nigga
I'm
got
saying-
Miles
hold on,
Garrett
hold
on
on.
his team.
Expectations. He's making
Hold on,
championship
Byron,
games, putting up
Byron,
numbers,
Byron, listen.
winning Super Bowls.
Byron, when I'm saying this, I'm saying that I don't think saying that he played at MVP caliber level or the numbers is the reason why he's the best quarterback in the league. When I'm sitting here and saying is that I have literally seen the same Stafford. It just his weapons improved. I still think Stafford is a top 5 quarterback, right? But I'm not going to sit there and crown him the best because I have seen other quarterbacks that floor raise with best when they margin of error is very extremely low and provide more value than Matthew Stafford. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I think that's a fair
Go-
take.
Go ahead, Elvin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. No, I'll get to my list and we can have some more debate. So I got number 1, Josh Allen. I got number 2, Lamar. I got number 3, Burrow. I got number 4, Mahomes, and I got number 5, Stafford. And the reason that I ranked Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes in that order is because of the severity of their injuries from last season. I think that the way they're going to bounce back depends on how badly they were injured, with Mahomes being out down bad with his torn ACL, and with Burrow having a little bit worse of an injury than Lamar. But I think those 3 guys, are right there at the top. They're right behind Allen. I mean, they're probably all 4 in the same level. So we're about to see this season.
Hold on. Why you rank Burrow 3 again?
Because I think his injury was worse than Lamar's. And I think that he's not as consistent.
Wait, if you're considering injury, then you should rank Lamar.
Whoa, yo, Elvin,
Especially-
bro.
Let me get my point, bro. I think
Go
that
ahead.
Joe Burrow also has become overrated, but that's a whole other debate we can have. Because Joe Burrow based off hypothetical.
Whoa, you raised me,
Oh,
bro.
if
Hold on.
Joe Burrow had
No,
this, if
I
Joe
want to hear
Burrow
more. I
had
want to hear
that-
more. I want to hear more.
How is he overrated?
Because all you guys do is gas him up about how his O-line sells him. How many quarterbacks in history have had bad O-lines? How many? Hundreds.
Andrew Luck,
Like, come on,
whose
bro.
career was ended because of his bad O-line. Andrew Luck.
Yeah, and the thing is, Joe Burrow is going to leave the Bengals in a couple of years, and he's going to have success. But he's still not going to be as good as y'all claim he is. But we'll get to that later. I'm going to finish out my list. Number 6, I got Drake May. Then I got Dak. Then I got Herbert. Then I got Sam Darnold. Then I got Caleb Williams. Rounding out top 10. So, yeah.
You got Caleb Williams in your top 10.
Yeah, because he's good.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. He probably the most overrated.
That's another guy. Hey, Lex, that's another guy I think that's overrated.
Overrated.
Caleb
as fuck.
Williams. Like,
How is he overrated?
Because
Bro,
y'all
got the best list
listen.
out of
I think Caleb Williams was. I think Caleb Williams was good in the playoffs. I think he made some high level throws. You know what I'm saying?
Good in regular season too.
Turnovers is still a concern for Caleb Williams to me. But y'all think that a guy that was literally subpar throughout majority of the season this year is a top 10 quarterback? Y'all literally just got on. Hold on. This is the thing that I understand. This is why I sit here and talk about inconsistencies, right? Y'all just literally got on legs for sitting there putting Drake May as a top 5 to top 3 quarterback, right? Because it's a small sample size. Well, meanwhile, Caleb Williams, who was dog shit his rookie year, his sophomore year, he was still mid. He's a top 10 quarterback because he had maybe one good playoff run in the playoffs or one good playoff game in the playoffs. I mean, I just don't
How many times last year was Caleb Williams? Here's the thing. I value clutch performance. Caleb Williams, he like Josh Allen some of those fourth quarters, bro. He took the game over.
Okay, let me ask you a question then.
They would have been 500, bro. So you got to get
all right, you say you value clutch, but we can argue that Caleb Williams is the reason why they lost that game because he threw a fucking pick instead of just running it when they were in field goal range.
I mean, that's
all they had to do was run the fucking ball, get it in field goal range, and take a field goal. This dumbass wants to play hero ball, throws a pick, and the game's over. That's his fault. How is that clutch?
No, that pick was not his fault.
I don't think you can.
That pick was on DJ Moore because DJ Moore stopped running his route.
How is it on DJ Moore when he the one?
Because DJ Moore stopped running his route. That was on DJ Moore. Don't put that on Caleb Williams.
He tried to play hero ball. All he had to do was run the ball. Why are they throwing the ball in that situation?
That's not on Caleb Williams. That's on Ben Johnson. He's the play caller. Why are you putting that on Caleb Williams?
Because if I'm a quarterback, I'm making an audible. If I make
No,
an
you
adjustment,
can't, bro.
you can make an
Bro, I
adjustment
hate
at
when
the
y'all
line.
say.
Why
I hate
can't
when
you?
y'all say this. Y'all want
they?
the quarterback to audible out of every single play. That's not how it works.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
not
your
how it
job.
That's
That's
not how
your
it
That's literally
job.
works.
your fucking
That's
You
not
That's
how
your
it
job.
works, bro. That's not how it
With the
works,
play
bro.
call, you don't
If
do
you
that.
That
see a
is
play
how
that
it
you
works. That's
like,
You
your
wanna-
job.
if you
That's
see a
Your
play
literally
job
that
is
how
you
it
to
like,
get
works.
three
if you
snap
see a play
read,
that you like, obviously you're
three
going
snap
audible
assignment.
to it, but you're not gonna audible every single time. That's not how it works.
This is the thing, Lex. See, you want an LB's favorite quarterback are crash dummy quarterbacks, right? They fan of quarterbacks that use athleticism to get the bail them out of situations, right?
Are you laughing?
We are
No, you
fans
sound
of
dumb, bro.
we are fans of field generals. We are fans of quarterbacks that can outsmart you before the play snap. And that's why I got Joe Burrow number 1, because he literally gaps everybody as a pocket pass. He gaps everybody as a pre-snap processor and as a post-snap processor. And then you combine that with his elite ball placement, his elite accuracy. And then on top of that, bro, he's very mobile in the pocket, right? Then when we go on number 2, I have to go with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know why people are just discounting how good Patrick Mahomes is. Patrick Mahomes,
Because he's been injured.
no, but this is the thing. This is the thing. He's been injured, right? But you cannot sit there and tell me that when everything's on the wood, you cannot sit there and tell me that nobody rides is better than Patrick Mahomes in pressure situations.
That's not the debate, bro.
Okay, that's why he's number 2. Because Patrick Mahomes overall, for what he could do, tremendous, great pocket passer. He's historic generational out of structure, right? Even though his deep ball accuracy and all the accuracy stuff has basically regressed, he's still providing you that value, right? And that's impacting his team at large clips, right? Then you got to go with number 3. Number 3, you got to go with number 3. I think I had number 3. I had Josh. You got to put Josh up there at number 3.
That's fair.
Number 4, I will probably go with Matthew Stafford. Then you can go with
you just call him overrated and you put him at 4?
Yeah, I think I can still think you overrated. And I still think you're good. You can still be great and still people overrate you.
It's not.
And then number 4, who I had number 4?
Why you have the ranking?
So I had Burrow. I had Burrow number 1. I had Mahomes number 2. I had Josh number 3. I had Stafford number 4. And then I'm gonna have to go with Drake May number 5. Right? Because I just think that Drake May
is not above Lamar, bro.
I think Drake May's floor. I value the floor for a quarterback. The things that I'm going to consistently get, right? The good decision making, the good accuracy, no matter what weapons you have. And I think Drake May's floor is very, very high. And I value the floor of a quarterback. Then when we talk about from the 6 to 10, this is very interesting, right? I'm gonna put Lamar there, right? And the reason I'm gonna put Lamar there because he did have a historical season in 2024. He had a terrible season out of 2025, which I think there's a lot of questions for Lamar because I do think that if Lamar athleticism does not be close to what it was, I don't see the argument he could be a top 10 quarterback, especially the flaws that he has as a pocket passer. Like Mahomes is like, if Mahomes athleticism deteriorates, he's still a phenomenal pocket passer where that can basically overcome the athletic limitations that he might have. For Lamar, though, I have a lot of questions because there's a lot of things that he does, especially when the pocket is clean. Like if a defender comes there, he likes to drift backwards. On top of that, like especially like most of the plays that, especially in 2024, when people try to overrate their pass, I do think most of his reads are more scheme based. And I think a lot of things last year, what I seen on tape is he was very, very indecisive, right? He did not throw with rhythm like he was in 2024. 2025 was not a good season for Lamar. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and sit here and say, you know what? Maybe he could bounce back. Maybe he can show me that running value. Maybe he can show me that rushing value as well. And they can open things up with a passing game. So Lamar is at 6. Number 7, I have to go with Dak. Dak is so goddamn underrated, bro. He's so goddamn underrated. He's so smart. Outside of Burrow and pre-snap, he's another guy that's one of the true generals, what he can do and adjust, especially with Texans. He's a phenomenal pocket passer, and he's able to produce production at a very good clip. Then we got 7. Number 8, I have to go with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is at number 8 for me. The high level throws that he can make. He's restricted his career. I thought it was more the Vikings system, and then he showed in Seattle in a different system, being able to operate, playing at a top 5 level as well. Sam Darnold. What is that, number 8? Number 9, I'm gonna go with Jared Goff. Jared Goff at number 9 for me. You know what I'm saying? And then number 10. Damn. I'm gonna put Justin Herbert 10, but I think Jaden Daniels, bro. That's an honorable mention for me, bro. Jaden Daniels is good. Shoot up for you. But do y'all have any questions about my list? Like any questions?
I have a problem with you having Joe Burrow at number 1 because he's not that good.
Yes, I have a problem. Hold on, LB. When you say Joe Burrow is not that good, you're embarrassing yourself, brother. He is very phenomenal.
He's not. He's not that good. He's not number 1 good. He's top 3 good.
How are you gonna put Joe Burrow at 1?
Yes.
The reason you dogged Lamar after he had a historical season was that he had a worse year than his 2024 year.
Because the reason.
Hold on. But Joe Burrow, who had a good 2024 year as well, didn't have as good a year in 2024. So why is Burrow still number 1? And why is Mahomes still number 2?
Because the reason why Burrow is number 1 for me is because obviously the trait stuff, like he's the best at that. And then number 2, I thought Joe Burrow was really, really good last year, despite missing time. I felt like that, he came back missing 4 or 5 weeks and then outplayed Joe Boy Lamar Jackson, then outplayed Josh Allen too as well in the second game, and then be able to produce very, very good numbers as well. That's the reason why I thought he was really good in 2025. I thought the throws that he made, the accuracy throws, the back shoulder throws to T. Higgins in anticipation was really, really good. So I thought Joe Burrow was really, really good in 2025. I thought the Bengals would have made the playoffs if he was healthy. Now, when you talk about
more of the what if Joe Burrow,
no, it's not the what if. I just think that he just literally produced at great levels in 2024. I thought 2024 he had the best season of the quarterback in 2024. 2025 he was still elite despite the minimum games that he missed.
He was not elite.
I thought that, yes, absolutely.
But I won't even talk about that.
Hey, wait, you said
hey, I'm cooking y'all. Come on with some good facts.
No,
man. Man. Y'all tripping, man. Come on.
No. Wait, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
That Joe Burrow outplayed Josh Allen in last season when they faced off. Joe Burrow threw 2 picks. What are you talking about?
I still thought that he was better.
How is he better? He threw 2 picks. All you talk about is Allen. His interceptions and his turnovers is what cost him in the playoffs.
You talking about the fluke picks? You talking about the fluke picks? You talking about the fluke picks? He didn't look. Oh, you really talking about the fluke picks?
Your pocket passer quarterback can't even make a 10-yard throw without.
And the degree. Hold on, this is the thing. The degree of difficulty. Hold on, LB. The degree of difficulty was way harder for Burrow. Burrow cooked the best passing defense statistically. The
Bills are not the best passing defense
in a snow game. They were one of the best pass defense in the snow game.
And so you're talking about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. What was that now?
No, it was last year. The Bills statistically was one of the best passing defense in the league.
You can prove anything with advanced stats if you want to, Mookie, but that is not true if you watch Bills games. Their secondary was not that good, bro.
They had a solid secondary. Please stop.
Okay,
did you watch the playoffs game?
Come on, bro. Do we got some other questions?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on.
I feel like I got the best top 10, bro.
Wait, LB, hold on, bro. I want Mookie to tell me when's the last time Patrick Mahomes had an MVP caliber season.
How many years has it been now?
2024.
No, Stop. He did not. No, it was not.
Stop.
The last time Mahomes had an MVP caliber year was 2022. No. Do you know who won the MVP in 2022? Aaron Rodgers. Right. So why are you not gonna sit there and drop Mahomes like you dropped Lamar after he had an MVP caliber season last year?
Damn, you're getting cooked.
And do the same thing for Mahomes and Joe Burrow. It doesn't. Your list is very.
Well, I disagree. Hold on. I disagree with you. I thought Mahomes was a top 5 quarterback in 2024.
How he was not terrible season.
Yes, he was. You can't name 5 quarterbacks that were better than
he wasn't better than Lamar. He wasn't better than Burrow. He wasn't better than Allen. He wasn't better than Goff, and he wasn't better than Herbert. He was not. He was better than
Goff, and he was better than Justin Herbert. All right, now we just
he was not.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I mean, are you saying based off ability alone or numbers? Because statistically speaking, he hasn't been relevant for a long time now.
Literally,
you like to pick and choose your criteria. So you say, "Oh, Mahomes because of his." If you want anybody else at any moment, you gotta have
I'm going to pull up the numbers.
And for other people,
hold on.
Like, oh, I care about
2024.
Which one is it?
3,900 yards, 26 touchdowns, 11
26
interceptions,
touchdowns. That's weak,
68 completion percentage. That production right there. Watch
26 and
Justin
11.
Herbert off the floor.
26
He was a
touchdowns,
top
bro.
five
Do you know how many?
quarterback.
Bro,
He was a
Justin
top
Herbert that
5
season.
quarterback last
Just
year.
the season.
What are we
Justin
doing
Herbert
here?
that year. Justin Herbert that year threw 3 interceptions, bro, and had the
He
same
wasn't
amount
better
of.
Hold on. What? Hold on.
What are you talking
So we're
about?
gonna hold on. This is freaking nasty. So we're gonna sit there and say just because Justin Herbert is fucking conservative, playing in a half-field read concept fucking offensive system with Greg Roman shitty ass, led the Chargers offense to a 26 ranked offense. We're gonna sit there and say that's more dominant than Mahomes. Give you this clutch play, Mahomes. Give you these elite out of structure plays, making high level throws than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert was
wasn't
not
better
even.
than golf.
Justin Herbert was conservative that season.
I'm talking about
watched
from a pure production standpoint. He was better than Mahomes.
Golf had a better
That's-
percentage.
No, he was not.
Yes, he
you can't
was.
sit there and say, hold on. You
In
cannot
2024
sit there and say
better.
that he was better because he threw 3 interceptions. What are we doing here?
Bruh.
So you don't
Justin
care about
Herbert threw
turnover numbers?
23 touchdowns.
All right, but what
He
about
threw
golf?
23 touchdowns
We ain't
compared to
gotta-
Mahomes.
you ain't gotta
Mahomes
use
threw,
Herbert.
hold on,
You took
Mahomes
golf.
threw 26. Mahomes was more aggressive. Mahomes was much better out of the pocket. Mahomes was better in the pocket. Mahomes made more high-level throws. Mahomes was aggressive, right? Herbert was conservative, and Herbert did not elevate the offense.
Herbert did elevate the offense.
Mahomes was the top 5 quarterback in 2024. He was the best
All right.
quarterback in the league in 2023. What are we doing here?
He
Show
was not even the
Mahomes
best
some respect. This
quarterback
is touch
in
Mahomes that
Mahomes
we're
is not better
talking
than
about,
golf.
brother.
He was not even the best quarterback in 2023. That was Allen and Lamar. What are we
No, he
doing
was
Bro,
not.
here?
No, he was
What
not.
are
No,
we
he was
doing
not.
here?
No, he was not. No, he was
2023
not.
was definitely Lamar.
2023, Lamar was not the best quarterback in the league, bro.
It was Lamar and
2023?
Allen in 2020.
No, he
and
was
Brock
not.
Purdy and Dak. What are we?
The best.
Nah,
hold on, the
you're
best
doing
quarterback in the
You
league.
know
When we
that.
talk about the best quarterback league, are we talking about the best season?
I
Best
mean,
season,
that's
yes.
bro. How else am I gonna judge it? It's based off of your production that season.
Lamar was not better in 2023 than Josh Allen.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Mahomes. He was better than
You're talking about
Mahomes.
Mahomes,
Dak
though.
was better than Mahomes. Lamar was better than Mahomes. Dak, Lamar, Allen,
Shit, Sam
and,
Darnold was
This is bad. This is
and
sad.
Brock Purdy was
I
better
just-
than Mahomes too.
Golf
just-
had a
Like,
good season
What are we
too.
talking about?
In
Mahomes
2024.
is not. Mahomes is out of the top 3. Y'all can't keep putting Mahomes on this pedestal.
Yes, he is.
You
He's
don't
the
automatically
best.
just spawn.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
You
hold
don't
on.
do that anymore.
Nobody outside of maybe nobody. Nobody in the top 5 is better than Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Nobody.
I agree. But
Nobody. He's the best
playoff
quarterback in the
Playoffs,
NFL.
regular
But that's
He's
just
the
playoffs.
best
We're talking about the
quarterback in the
regular
NFL.
season.
when we talking about
He's the
consistency,
best ceiling raiser in
You
the
just talking about
NFL.
regular season,
when
right?
we talking about consistency
But
over
if you
a
talk about the
whole
regular
season,
if you talk about the regular season, like listen, we got to understand is this. I'm going to put Mahomes there because I feel like he has the second overall most impactful traits outside of Burrow. Stafford's up there, Josh Allen's up there. I feel like those are the top 4 quarterbacks. It's Burrow, Allen, Stafford, and Mahomes. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Now, do you have any questions about my 6 to 10?
I think
You said
Lamar's way
Jaden
too
Daniels
low.
was
Lamar's way too low.
Lamar was too low. Yeah.
I have Lamar 6, and I gave you valid reasons why he's 6.
No, he's way too low. He should
But
be.
No, he's not way
He's
too low.
He should definitely be top 5, especially.
No, he's
after
not. He's
his
not top
MVP
5. He had to
conversation.
work. Hold on. Name me any quarterback, Byron or LB, anybody that had a worse season than Lamar Jackson did. That's in the top 5 combo.
He was injured. What are we talking about? He would play injured the whole season.
It don't
bro.
matter.
Look at
He was just
look at
not
the first
good.
3
He was
games.
not good before the injury.
Burrow was not good. Burrow was
He
not
was
good.
not good before the injury, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Before Burrow got
Pat
injured,
Mahomes was
man, what he do?
and the Chiefs weren't good before
When
the
Burrow got
injury.
back,
Yeah,
what did he do?
Mahomes. I think
Burrow got back. What did he
Mahomes
do?
That's
wasn't
why I
good
said
before the injury.
Mahomes, Burrow,
Bro, this is
and
nasty.
Jackson.
They was already
all
on
did
projecting
last
to
season,
miss the playoffs before he got
The
injured.
rest of your list is
It was
fine.
not good.
I actually agree with Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is top 10. I think he had a good year, his rookie season, and then last year he had a
disagree.
decent year. He was also injured. We're talking about guys that are injured. When they're healthy, Jaden Daniels is the top 5. He's potentially
He wasn't
top
good.
10.
when
high.
He wasn't good before he got injured.
I said
You're
top
lying.
Byron,
He's
you
top
hold
10
on, Byron. You agree that Jaden Daniels top 5?
Top 10, the top 10.
Yeah, top 10. But it's a health thing.
It's not top 10, bro.
I think he's had 3
He's not
injuries
top
now
10.
in 2 years. Like, I can't put him on my list, but ability
What does he
wise,
weigh? 130
he's
pounds,
amazing.
bro. Like he's gonna
So
get
he's like a buck. What, a $180?
something like that.
And it
He's-
was
All right,
years
man,
on, it's raining outside. I don't believe
All right,
that,
man.
bro.
I'm gonna put out the list of all our top 10 quarterbacks. This is a great conversation to kick off the show on who the top 10 quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till us revisit during the show. but we got to talk about the big conversation that's been going on with the Cleveland Browns, right?
Oh yeah.
I was so motherfucking
Bullshit, bro.
upset when I found out that the Cleveland Browns, who's a shitty organization, they will forever be a shitty organization. They're nothing going to change. I've been a kid. I've been watching football for over 2 decades now. Well, I'm over 20, right? And the Browns has always been shit. They always been trash. They were going to forever be trash, right? And they announced that Deshaun Watson, who's been complete buns. I mean, trash, bruh. Trash. In the preseason, is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. They need to let Shadir Sanders go. He need to go to a Falcons. He need to go to somewhere. The Jets. Let Shadir Sanders go. Let a quarterback or a team believe in him. But this is embarrassing. I'm gonna start with Byron. Byron, do you agree with this decision for the Cleveland Browns to start Deshaun Watson over Shadir Sanders, brother?
I do. I do. I don't think either of them are really a starting NFL quarterback. I think they're both terrible. But at least with Deshaun Watson, he's got his eyes in the right place. He's looking at how the safeties roll
You
per
guys eyes
snap.
on ass and shit,
He's got an
Massage
ability
parlors.
to understand route combinations and what you're trying to accomplish with them. Versus Shadur, it's a lot more of throwing with accuracy, just seeing who's open, and it's easy to play that way. It worked really well at Colorado in the Big 12, but his eyes aren't in the right place, and his mechanics are still inconsistent. I think they got a lot better with his hip to shoulder displacement. He can generate a lot of torque. Sure.
So you say his eyes in the right place, and he's in a good place when it comes to ball placement, but he's throwing more turnovers than Shador, and it's not even close. When you look at the preseason, when you look at the preseason, when you look at the training, he's thrown way more to interceptions than Shador.
Yeah.
He has a worse
much more
completion
protective with
percentage
the
than
football.
Shador.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot more protective with the football for sure, and I think that's a really great thing. I think that's why I like Bo Nix a lot. But in general, it's not really leading to successful drives. Like you look at that touchdown that they scored in the preseason, a lot of it was big chunk run plays and wide open receivers off the play action. And it was really the most successful drive they've had. My problem is not that he's got a great ability, and I think he's a lot better than he was last year, what we saw in preseason. But he's still not executing NFL caliber quarterback play. And neither is Deshaun Watson, but at least he's showing other things.
What is he showing?
It's just not true.
Bro, Deshaun Watson completed 5 of 12 of his passes for 35 yards and a touchdown. What is he showing you?
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. Like the interception that he threw on, it was horrible. But at least the problem with the throw was that he was late. So he recognized there actually was an opening in between the two.
Byron, what the fuck?
If I could just
This guy's
the breakdown.
Two zones that were there. He was like, I'm telling you, man. It was a flanker drive concept. So you had the receivers bunched up, in which one guy's running a drag and the other's got a dig, and he actually had a backside post behind it. So what you're essentially doing is high-lowing these linebackers. And this was in a single high look. So you've only got 2 linebackers in that mid zone. The opening was there. The problem is that he was late on the throw and indecisive on the throw. And next thing you know, the curl flat defender on the backside rolls on top of it, swats it up. The free safety picks it off. It's a mess. If he had thrown it on time, it would have been a perfectly good throw.
Are you talking about Shador, or are you talking about
Watson? I'm talking about Watson. But my
Okay.
point is at least he knew where to look. The throw was late. Yes, it was a horrible throw. But he knew where to look versus Shadur. All he's doing is just looking for open guys and trying to put it on them. And it'll work at Colorado, but it's not going to work here.
But Shadur is way more accurate, way more precise with his passes. See,
Better in the pocket.
The thing about Shadur is that, he also knows where to look. But I would value that, especially just to sit there and just overthrow the ball on a receiver. Especially when there's 3 defenders in the area. I don't understand what is he doing, bro. Like, I'm looking at this interception right now. He just throws it in an area where that's just not a ball where he throw it to. But there's a defender right there. Like,
Look at the receiver 1.5 seconds before the ball gets in.
So you're telling me that his anticipation is just not there?
Yeah, well, truthfully, I actually think he was going to pull the trigger, and then he hesitated, and then he pulled it late, and then it got picked off. So that tells me that he's even doubting what he's seeing on the field because his eyes are there. I mean, he saw how the safeties rolled, and then he looks immediately towards the middle of the field, and then all of a sudden he doesn't have it.
So what do you think is more? What do you think is more adjustable? What do you think can be something you can improve upon? That or a young quarterback still developing and who can look and see downfield and develop as he goes on? Because when you're looking at Shador, he has the most when it comes to talent wise, he has the most room for improvement. And then when you're looking at how he's performing in comparison, he performed way better than Watson, and it's not even remotely close.
Yeah.
When you comparing the two,
Right.
It's not close at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot more promise. I think like Deshaun Watson's definitely not going to get any better versus Shador has already shown he can get better. All I mean right now at this current moment, Deshaun is still the better quarterback, but I guarantee
how is he a better quarterback?
How is he better when he's performed worse?
Well, but I think it's just reps. I think he just knows NFL defense.
He had the most reps.
He had more reps. He had the first team reps. He had more reps than Shador. He had all the first team reps. When in comparison, Shador had only third team reps, the second team reps, and he's going against these people.
Deshaun Watson has been in NFL film room studying NFL defenses for X amount of years. Shador just got out of Colorado running a pedestrian spread offense from Deion Sanders. Okay, it's. His ability is there. The confidence is there. I get it. But Deshaun Watson has played in the NFL with NFL concepts for a long time. Can he execute them well? No. But at least he knows them. Shador needs to learn those concepts and be able to execute before I can say that he should be the starting quarterback for the Falcons.
But my rebuttal to that is what makes it worse and what makes your point even worse is the fact that he doesn't know all this and he's still performing at a higher level than Watson. It's throughout the camp. Throughout the
why are you acting like this is like texting Deshaun Watson? Like, why are you acting like this is Deshaun Watson where he was throwing with anticipation, where Deshaun Watson was letting the ball rip? He is still hesitant. He's still his decision making is still second guessing himself. The fact that he's thinking that he's gonna pull it or throw the dig or throw a high low, and then he's pump faking, then he's throwing it, and it's leading to interception. A veteran quarterback shouldn't be making those mistakes like that.
Right.
So when I'm looking at this decision, I think that it has more to do with Shador Sanders and things that just not on the field, because this is no way how a guy that has performed better than him in preseason, he has more room to grow. This is not supposed to happen for a veteran quarterback that is making $54 million. Dang. He's supposed to make $54 million. You know what I'm saying? So not only you on the worst contract in the league, but you're making decisions that rookie quarterbacks make. I don't understand how we're not sitting there saying that this is a bad decision. I don't know. Go ahead, Elby.
Yeah, I just don't. I think it's dumb. I think that the Browns are cooked as an organization. I think that they're just a dumb franchise. You know, they should have never gotten Watson. I mean, he wasn't that good. He was, in my opinion, he was never top 5 when he was in Houston. And I think that they overpaid for him and that they overtraded for him. And now I think the reason they're playing him is that they don't have a choice. That they're like, oh, we're paying this guy $70 million. We have to try him. We can say Shador Sanders, oh, he's young. We can say he came from Colorado. We can say he has inconsistency problems. They can say that. It's not really true, but they can say it. Because their justification is, oh, we gotta use Watson. We gave our whole team away for this guy. He's half of our payroll. So it's because they're stupid. So I think that they had to make this choice because they're just dumb. But I think they're gonna have Watson on the bench within 4 weeks. He sucks.
What's your thoughts, Joanna?
Yeah, I mean, I hate to bring narratives into this, but I mean, bro, it's literally narrative. That's the only reason why he's starting. It's because he's getting paid $230 guaranteed. Like, this is the worst contract in sports history, right?
That's
so, bro, Shador should be starting. I found it strange because I don't know if y'all saw the clip when he first met Monken. Monken's like, oh yeah, like we really wanted you in Baltimore, like you know what I'm saying, like, you know, he kind of sounded like he was gonna be the starter, and then you have a guy that's outperformed Watson all training camp. And then you come now, and then you give the starting role to Watson. It's like, the only reason you're doing this is because you're paying this guy so much money. You feel like you don't want to waste it. Byron said that he's not at a NFL starting QB level yet. Well, I would argue like this is the time you need to give him reps now, so that in the next couple weeks, he'll be good. Like CJ, like he was set up to fail in this league. He's supposed to be a first round pick. He got picked in the 5th round, got played behind Dylan Gabriel, right? And he's just always been in this position where he's been set up to fail. If he was in the same shoes as Cam Ward, I think he'd be even better than Cam Ward, So
I agree.
They should have started him, from week 1. I don't know why they benched him. The Browns are stupid.
Go ahead, Lex.
Nah, 100% agree with Ioana. I feel like his situation is like one of the worst that we've seen for a young quarterback in a while. Like he's never been set up to succeed. He's never been set up to develop. He's not being developed. And then what we're looking at in the Browns is they're trying to justify the large contract that they had. They're trying to justify paying Watson. So it's all a farce. It's never been a real quarterback battle since the beginning. Because if it was, then it'll be no question that Shador should be the starting quarterback. He's beaten better than him throughout the whole training camp. He's been better than him in preseason. When you look at what he's been having to deal with, the situation is worse than Watson, and he's still not named the starting quarterback. So all I can say that it's never been real in the first place. It's a farce.
Yeah, bro. That contract is fucking just terrible. Y'all see that? If they don't, y'all see that if they don't cut Watson before next year, they owe him another $200 million.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
So
Wow.
definitely his last.
So they're fucked.
Hold on. So you said if they don't cut him, they owe him a next $200 million?
Yeah. So they're going to cut him most likely, right? But there's a clause in his contract that says if he's not cut by March 27, whatever, they owe him another $200 million.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy contract, bro.
That's nasty as hell.
Yeah, it just
whoever his agent though.
What team do y'all think that Shador should go to?
Falcons.
Shador? Nah, he shouldn't go to Falcons because that one racist ass dude is there, Stefanski.
Oh yeah,
so he can't go to the Falcons.
He really can't go to a lot of teams because of the narratives that they had in the past.
Let me see.
In the past year, a lot of them teams fucked him, bro. So I don't think he can go to a lot of teams because of that.
Low key, I think the best team he can go to is probably the Lions. Goff is getting up there in age. He's gonna have a solid young weapons around that team overall, and they can develop around a quarterback. So I think the Lions is probably the best team he can go to.
Speaking of the Browns in this division, I want to give y'all thoughts on who's going to win the division in the NFC North.
Ooh, okay.
Because Maz, the link is in the Discord NFL Takeover chat. I told you where the link was, Maz. But I was basically trying to let y'all know who's going to win the NFC North. Because the AFC North, because the AFC North is tough this year, especially with the Bengals and their improvements that they made on their team. And Joe Burrow basically told the Bengals, hey, brother, I want this. This is all or nothing. Burrow is basically threatening the Bengals front office that if we don't win, bro, I'm going to get out of there, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens coming back. They got Jesse Minter. They added Trey Henderson. They drafted the guard as well. Then you have the Steelers, and what can they do first season without Mike Tomlin? I want to hear y'all AFC North prediction. I'm gonna start with Ioana.
Man, bro, this ain't no question. The Ravens are gonna win the division. It's pretty clear. I won't even talk about the Ravens for now. I'll talk about the Bengals. I just don't see the Bengals win the division when you're paying 45% of your cap to 3 guys. Like, where's the rest of the room for everybody else? Like, you look at a guy like Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the guy that took pay cuts to make the roster around him better and for him to get top 10 defenses. The Bengals are not in a position where they have a top 10 defense. They don't have a top 10 line. They don't have a top 10 run game.
I mean,
they're not in a position where they're going to win the division. The Ravens are in a position where they brought in the best defensive mind in football as their head coach. So the Ravens are going to be in a much better position than they were last year, and they're going to win the division. Like, Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you, Wana, here because it's kind of crazy. I think every time that Lamar has a new OC, he just goes crazy. He gets the 1 seed. So might just happen this year again, bro. And here's the thing. I hate to break it to you, Mookie, but the Bengals, they're not relevant in this conversation for division title. It's always between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, bro. It just doesn't matter about the Bengals. So it's between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and I think it's going to be Baltimore.
I agree.
What's your order?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, what do y'all got, like, order-wise?
But Maz, why do you agree with that, Maz?
Because I don't think the Bengals defense is good enough to put them in a position to win the division. In that type of division, bro, you have to defend to a certain level. And even though I'm not a big fan of Lamar Jackson, I'm not a big fan of the Steelers quarterback. One thing that they can do is they can defend when needed. Now, are they an elite defensive team? No, but they're much better than the Bengals, though, right? And year in, year out, Burrow has been hurt consistently. And so there's a question there with him. Can he last a full season? And let's call a spade, move. And fellas, the last 2-3 seasons, he just hasn't done that. And so I think it's a two-man race between Steelers and the Ravens. And if you put a gun to my head, then I'm going to go with the Ravens because they just got more talent, right? They just got more talent, better players. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Steelers won the division.
So, Maz, you didn't look at the new Bengals additions that they made defensively.
I don't care what they made defensively, bro.
So how you don't care what they made defensively, but you still have the same take of how bad their defense is going to be?
Because they were so bad the previous 3-4 seasons that, yeah, they got better. But
yes, they got better. Their defense got better, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Their defense got better.
Are they on the same par as the Pittsburgh and Baltimore defensively? I don't think so.
I mean, Pittsburgh's not that good defensively.
Bro, this is the thing where I'm gonna sit there and say about the Bengals. They added Boye Mafe, right? They added Dexter Lawrence, who is one of the best defensive tackles in the league, right? One of the best run stoppers in the NFL, right? And then you sit there and tell them, we didn't mention Brian Cook, how good he is, right? DJ Turner, all these other guys as well, right? The Bengals are going to have a really, really good defense. I hate to sit here and we're going to sit there and say, oh, this is the same. Like, I feel like y'all giving me 2024 takes. Y'all giving me 2025 takes. Let's assess the Bengals and what they have done. I have watched the preseason.
They haven't done anything.
Their third stringers and their second stringers doing great job in defending starters, right? So, like I said they still have Joe Burrow, who to me, I think he's the best quarterback in the league. You still got Jamar Chase, who's the top 7 wide receivers in the game. You still got, T. Higgins, one of the premium 15 best wide receivers in the game, right? Now, the only concern that you probably have is how bad the O-line is. But like I said is that if you get the ball out quick, right, you feed your playmakers, the Bengals can do good. So
my problem with the Bengals is that Joe Burrow can't stay healthy.
Well,
he can't take a tackle.
I will say
that's my problem.
You can say the same thing about Lamar as well, though. So
right, you can say the same thing about Lamar. Elvis.
I will say this though.
That's my problem with Parson.
Dexter Lawrence plays a run game very well, so he's a great addition to this team. And so I do see him.
I forgot they have Jonathan Allen too as well.
Jonathan Allen is a good rotational piece.
They have Jonathan Allen. So
you're acting like these guys are game changers, Mook.
I got the Bengals winning.
Dexter Lawrence is absolutely.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
That's one
guy.
I
have the Bengals winning
Brian
division.
Cook, he's going to change
Sorry,
the team,
do you hear what I'm saying?
Brian Cook.
I have the Bengals winning the division, and I think the Ravens will be the second best team in AFC. What I'm gonna tell y'all this: the Steelers are missing the playoffs this year. Ooh. They're not going to be good this year. Neither is the Browns. I think there's a two-man race between the divisions. Do y'all agree with that? Tyree, do you agree with that?
Hell no.
Your camera off, Tyree.
Yeah, nigga, my camera off. I ain't shaved or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I like to look sexy when I get on camera. I'm not looking sexy right now, so I got to keep the camera off. We're good, gang. Mookie tripping, man. The Bengals ain't going nowhere. They nobodies. They never been nobodies. Jamar Chase, we don't know what kind of injury he suffered today. It could be.
No, he's good. He's good.
It could be something that lingers on. It could be lingering on.
No, he's good. He said Jamar said.
I don't care what Jamar Chase said.
He said if he had a game tomorrow, he would be playing.
I mean, I've seen him, bro. He was limping around and shit. Like, I don't trust that injury. That possibly could linger on throughout the whole season. We don't know. Joe Burrow doesn't stay healthy the whole season. We don't know. The offensive line.
Neither can Lamar.
The running back, they have no running back.
Neither can Lamar.
We talking about Joe Burrow and the Bengals.
Okay. Okay. Who you got winning the division then?
I got the Steelers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
I got
that's
the
not a
Steelers.
bad take, though. I
It's the
mean,
Ravens,
that's
bro.
really
That's
not
a
a bad take.
very bad take.
No, that's
Hell
I got the
no.
Steelers.
So you got a team that has offensive consistency issues. You got an O-line that is getting worse, right? Mike Tomlin is not there, so I don't know how that defense is going to be. And then you added Mike McCarthy. Well, we know who he is as a coach. I mean, I just don't understand why you think the Steelers are going to win when there's a lot of concerns on that team.
They lost Isaac Samalo, which is a huge loss to their offensive line. They lost Gainwell, which is a big loss as well when it comes to blocking. So it's like that's one of the things that they do well is running the ball, and then they're losing these big pieces for their blocking game. How are you not taking that into consideration?
Not to mention the quarterback is a stationary quarterback.
I think they offensive line.
Damn, you get cut, Tyree.
You know what? Yeah, you're right, you guys. Yeah,
you dig right and shit. Like I said, I believe that they offensive line, even though it's not as great offensive line, is better than the Bengals offensive line, right?
But the difference is, Tyree, though, they're missing a quarterback that can elevate that team when they have a bad offensive line. At least the Bengals got a quarterback who's top 5 in contention who can elevate the team.
The top 5 quarterback with no O-line.
But you have a bad O-line and no top 5 quarterback at all. So why are you not taking that into consideration?
Steelers O-line is better. I think Aaron Rodgers, even though he's a shell of himself, I still believe he's a quality quarterback.
He's stationary, Tyree. He can't move. He can't perform out of structure.
He's not mobile, though, Tyree.
No. Yeah,
if your quarterback can't move, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
He's just as athletic as Joe Burrow. Like, what are we talking
about?
No,
he's not. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yes, he is.
That's a bad take, Tyree.
Joe Burrow moves way better than Aaron Rodgers. That's a bad take, bro.
I said Drew Aller as the backup. I believe Drew Aller will win this team over. I've seen it in the preseason, bro. Drew Aller will take over this team. Yes, he will make this team more explosive.
Nice game.
Yeah,
I feel like the Steelers need quick. Hey, fellas, I feel like the Steelers need quick hitting plays, quick slant routes, quick out routes. Because the longer Aaron holds on to the football, bro, you're gonna see a lot more sacks. A lot more sacks.
Right.
So I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't trust that offense, Mookie. I don't.
Y'all can hear me?
We'll see.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all say he's a likable guy and what?
But what'd you say?
Well, I was just saying that, like, yeah, he's a likable guy or whatever, but he can't really play quarterback. He wasn't very impressive at Penn State.
I'm not impressed by him.
Penn State was they was not good at all. I don't think that was all due to Drew Aller. I think Penn State peaked 2 years ago, and I didn't believe Penn State was going to be anything. I can't name you a top receiver or running back that they had for Penn State to help out Drew Aller. I didn't believe in the coach that's at Virginia Tech right now. What's his name? Franklin. What's his name? Yeah. I never believed he was a great coach at that type of level. I think Drew Aller with Mike McCarthy, with the type of arm that Drew Aller has, he's going to be a great fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let me go with Byron. Byron, who you got winning this division, AFC North division?
I've got the Cincinnati Bengals, Mookie. I think you brought up a lot of really good points. They've got the best quarterback in the division by far.
God.
They've got a lot of pieces on that offense, other than the offensive line, and lots of quarterbacks have overcome bad offensive line play, including Joe Burrow. I think the defense is revamped. I think adding Dexter Lawrence is a huge deal. The biggest concern with the defense was the run defense. And if you're getting run all over, it allows your opponent to dictate the game. So I think it's going to be a nice change of pace. I'm not saying that it's going to be some incredible defense, but I think it's going to at least help them control ball possession more. I think Maffei's great. I think Brian Cook is a good safety. Again, it's just the problem with the Bengals last year was that the defense was so historically bad, really bad. And now that I feel that they've addressed it, as long as everything goes right health-wise with Joe Burrow, I don't see why the best quarterback playing at an MVP level wouldn't win that division with the Steelers offense that looks crippled. They were already very, like Mookie said, inconsistent, especially running the ball. Throwing the football's been hard. They don't have really receivers that can separate. I think now they just got Pittman, I think, so maybe he'll help. But otherwise, the defense is one of the most expensive defenses in the league, and yet it feels like it's just barely sneaking into the top 10 every year. Like, they pay so much to TJ Watt and Cam Hayward, and they've also drafted well. They've committed a lot, like Joey Porter, Alex Highsmith, and yet it's not really a dominant unit, no matter how much they invest. And then the Ravens, it's mainly just Lamar.
That's facts.
I think he's going to decline.
Whoa.
So
why, bro? I don't understand why you guys keep thinking Lamar's going to decline. Like,
and Joe Burrow, not.
You guys are overstating this athleticism.
I don't get it, bro.
Take.
I mean, it's his entire skill set.
He's already declined.
Right.
It's not his entire
true,
skill
bro.
set.
It was when he was winning MVPs. That's when he was winning MVPs.
Hold on. Let Byron explain. Go ahead, Byron.
I mean, Lamar, when he was winning MVPs, his athleticism was the whole point. Obviously, he can throw the ball with accuracy, but these openings that the receivers are getting in the passing defense is all because of the heavy RPO scheme that the Ravens run with Lamar. Even before Derrick Henry got there, it opens all kinds of stuff in the passing game. And I'm not trying to discredit. I think it's two legitimate MVP seasons. But if you don't have to put such an effort on containing the RPO and the options anymore, and you're going to be more free to play pass defense, we're going to see a different Lamar Jackson.
What's the reason he finished second MVP in 2024?
What'd you say?
I asked the guy, what was the reason Lamar Jackson finished second MVP in 2024, the one he actually should have won?
I think, because he had like 44 passing touchdowns, only
what
3
happened?
interceptions.
Was he running all over the field? That's the reason why he didn't win it,
bro.
Yeah, well, I don't know why.
No, they didn't win it because everybody was dicked out for Josh Allen. That's why he didn't win it.
Yeah, bro, I think that's a good debate.
Yeah, but I 100% agree with Byron. This is why I've been sitting there saying, like, a lot of Lamar's passing shit in 2024 was like scheme. Like, it was more of like, it was scheme reluctant in a way. Like, he was not manipulating like defenses with his like pre-snap mastery or anything like that. It was like him throwing with anticipation, him throwing up the middle of the field, and how, like, when you have a running back in the backfield like Derrick Henry, who brings a lot of guys to the box, that open up passing situations, the play action was much more dangerous. But the thing is, Lamar was throwing with rhythm. He was throwing with timing. That's the one thing that I've seen an improvement of his passing in 2024. But like I said, is that when defense is not scared of his running ability, and we saw the decline in that last year, we saw the dip in his production. You see what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh yeah, he developed into this elite pocket passer where we like, okay, even though if that's decline, like, yeah, we could rely on his pocket passing. No, like, he still has flaws in that, and that's a valuable question. There's a lot of concern with Lamar Jackson.
Bro, the only thing I could give you is that Lamar. The only thing I could give you is that if, like, the defense is so worried about Lamar Jackson's, ability to run, that opens up the passing. So I give you that, but that doesn't mean that Derrick Henry's not going to be in the backfield. Like, you still got to worry about Derrick Henry, right?
There you go.
What do you like, bro? Lamar Jackson's athleticism is not just going to disappear like this in one season. Like, the reason he was not running as much is because he was injured, right? Lamar Jackson is healthy. He looks good in training camp, right? So, bro, even if his athleticism was to decrease, bro, he's still going to be fine. He still has to deal with Derrick Henry. Defenses still have to stack boxes against Lamar Jackson.
But you know what they don't have to do with no more? When it comes to the blocking game, they lost their best center in football in Linderbaum. That's going to affect the blocking game.
Damn,
they lost Charlie Kohler, who is the best. They lost Charlie Kohler, who is probably the best blocking tight end in football.
Damn,
that is a massive loss as well.
That's a good point, and they replaced him with Matthew Hibner. They replaced him with
he's not fucking Kohler when it comes to blocking. It's not even close.
Hold on. And Lex. They did lose Isaiah Likely as well.
They lost Likely as well.
Bro, your name
you have lost massive pieces to this team. It's not like y'all are only going to be like second because of the
Isaiah Likely was a fourth round.
It's not just Lamar Jackson. It's the wide.
Isaiah Likely is good, bro. What are you talking about?
I love Isaiah Likely. I love Isaiah Likely, but Isaiah Likely was a fourth round pick that benefited from the Ravens scheme.
Yeah,
we could find anybody that could replace Isaiah Likely. We could find anybody that could replace Charlie Kohler.
Anybody is crazy.
What are we talking about? Charlie
Kohler? I agree with the dude with the hat, bro. What team Likely play on right now? Because I guarantee he not be better. I guarantee he will look better with the Ravens than the Giants.
We'll see.
Exactly.
We'll see. I don't think so.
And Linderbaum, the thing with Linderbaum, bro, Linderbaum's good, like, fine, but we got Vega Ioane. the first round pick, the guard out of Penn State, bro, he's gonna be elite as
you want
well.
him, man?
Is he going to be the best?
They-
Hold on, go ahead, Mons. You want to make a point? Go ahead, Mons.
Yeah, I'm
Go
gonna tell
Mons.
you guys why Lamar Jackson passing this season is going to be crucial. Is because we saw last season his athleticism was there to a certain extent, but he missed games due to hits and injuries that he normally wouldn't miss games to. And so you saw the hits over the seasons
Y'all
catch
can
up
hear
to him.
Mons? What the fuck?
No, I mean honest though, because Lamar Jackson last season missed some games where you're like, where did he get injured at? And so him running the football, being athleticism, nah, bro. Listen, it's to a point
Hey,
now
y'all can
where
hear Mons?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
it's to
I
a
gotta
point
come back
now
down.
where
Sorry,
Lamar
yeah.
needs to drop back and be more of a prototypical quarterback, right? Him being out of structure, trying to run with the football, bro. From an injury standpoint, bro, I don't like that for him no more because he seems to get injured more now than ever. And so, how
100%.
do you diffuse that? Well, you run the football with Derrick Henry, like you wanted said, and then Lamar needs to make more better, clear throws. Jumping back, making clean passes. And so, listen, I disagree, bro. I think he has digressed, bro. Lamar Jackson has digressed, in my opinion.
Hey, LB, what you got on this, LB? You've been.
I think that you guys are going in a little too hard on Lamar. I mean, I think that he will regress if he loses his running ability, but he won't become trash. I think he still is a good passing quarterback. But I don't know why you guys hold it against him. Like a lot of quarterbacks, if they lose their best ability, they're not going to be as good. Yeah, if Joe Burrow loses the ability to anticipate passes, he's not going to be as good. If Aaron Rodgers loses arm strength, he's not going to be as good, bro. Like,
That's a terrible comparison.
Oh, it's not. It's a great
Cooking. What
comparison.
y'all talking about? He cooking.
Great
Bro, what
comparison.
you talking? No, that's a great point.
Right.
Bro,
He cooking.
you know,
If
it's
Josh
not-
Allen
I-
loses his ability
that's
to
a great
scramble,
point.
he's not going to be as good. Like what are we talking
Joe
about?
Burrow game is not all relying on anticipation.
Yes,
That's
it
a bad-
is.
But
No,
when
it's not.
hold on.
Yes, it
But
is.
when
No.
Drew Brees lost his ability to when he lost his arm strength in 2020, he wasn't as good as he was in 2018 and 2011.
But
So,
you're
LB
comparing
brings up a
something that's
good-
Yeah,
physical
hold on,
to
bro,
something
hold on,
that's
bro,
mental.
hold on, bro,
Those
hold
are
on,
two
bro, hold
different
on, bro.
things.
Even when
Mental.
time out. Even when
It is
Drew
physical.
Brees lost his athleticism, he was still able to manipulate coverages and,
Oh my god.
and still play at an
He was
MVP
glazing, bro.
caliber level. That's a
No,
bad
he was not.
No, he
Mookie,
was
stop
not.
it.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not. What year
In
you talking about?
in 2018.
That nigga
We
was
said
ass.
2020.
Hold
You said 2020, he was
on.
ass in
Hold on,
2020.
time out. Would you sit there and say that Drew Brees' arm strength was like it was in 2011, like it was in 2018?
Yes,
Well,
it
of course
was.
not.
It was. Yes, it was.
No,
Drew
not
Brees'
2018,
arm strength was
2018.
not like Drew Brees' arm strength was not
Drew
like it
Brees-
was in
Drew
2018, like it was in 20.
Drew Brees
It's-
sold it.
Hold on. Drew Brees' arm strength was not like it was in 2011, like it was in 2018.
No, it wasn't.
What was Drew Brees? What was
Okay,
what was the shoulder
Drew Brees.
injury?
Hold on. Tyree said no, it wasn't. Drew Brees had a stronger
not.
arm back in 2011,
Yes, he
but
did.
he was still able to
That's
play at
facts.
MVP caliber level because he had traits that are transcendent. When you're elite pocket passer, when you're elite decision maker, when you're elite accurate, when you're elite at manipulating pre-snap coverages as well, elite at when the safety rotate to the box and stuff like that, and elite at processing defenses at a high level, those shit are going to transcend.
But when your
Why do you think-
arm
hold on,
completely fall off,
Why do you
Mookie,
think?
he
Hold on,
wasn't
time out.
elite.
Why do you think that Phillip Rivers
That's
can
true.
come into the league off the couch and still be able to cook NFL defense at a high level? Because he had
Yo,
shit
stop
that
it.
can
He was
transcend.
not at a high level.
He's good at pocket passing. He's good at manipulating coverages, and he's good at being accurate and being a good decision maker in the pocket, especially when it's
Phillip
clean.
Rivers was
When
not
we look
cooking
at-
NFL
when we look
defenses at the top level.
Yes, he was. He cooked
Nah,
the
he was
49ers.
looking pretty good. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
really cooked the 49ers
What-
defense, making so many
49ers
pre-snap
defense.
plays.
49ers defense was hurt.
It was
this time.
hoeing him though.
But
Phillip
what
Rivers
I'm
was-
saying, besides my point, Lamar's game is predicated off his running ability. The reason why defenses put a QB spy or a QB contain and limit
Right.
the options that they can drop in the passing game because of his running ability, right? So, like I said here and said, is that when that stop, he is not going to be the same quarterback. We know that. And LB, who are you got winning the NFC North?
I just told you, the Ravens.
Oh,
I think it's a
okay.
two-horse race between them and between the Steelers. I told you how many times has it been now, bro, that the Bengals have been hyped up. Oh, it's gonna be this. They're gonna compete for the division, and they haven't won that shit besides once in how many years, bro? They're just not relevant to me.
Shit,
Hey,
Hey, y'all
Wild
say,
card.
hold on. Hey, hold on. Y'all said Lamar Jackson fell off last year.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I
Yeah,
think
And
he was
because
hurt.
of what? Because of what?
And
Because he was injured.
mobility injuries.
Injuries.
Okay, so that means Joe Burrow fell off then last year because of injuries.
That's what I said. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
exactly what
it
I said,
makes-
Tyree. Thank you.
But the
Exactly what I
injuries are
said.
more severe when you look at Lamar. He had a hamstring injury. He had a back injury.
Joe
That's
Burrow
just gonna
had
affect him
shoulder,
way more.
foot, tore his ACL. Like,
He had
what are
a
you
no.
talking
He had
about?
a turf.
No,
Last year he had a turf
Joe
toe.
Burrow
That was
did not fall off. His game did not fall off.
Yeah, I
His
mean, the
game didn't
difference is
fall
we're
off.
talking
Lamar-
about
Lamar
athleticism.
game
So if
fell
there's
off
an
last
injury. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mookie. That's my bad. I mean, I think
Oh.
it's different talking about injuries when we're talking about the athleticism of one quarterback versus how well one plays in the pocket and the other. You know, Tom Brady's one of the least athletic people we've ever seen. So I think it's a little comparing apples to oranges as far as this. He got injured, but so did he, because they're completely different play styles. And if an injury affects his athleticism, it's going to be very different for both quarterbacks.
Right.
So if Joe Burrow hurt his arm, that wouldn't affect him.
Well, yeah, of course. But now we're
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So
But-
injuries matter.
They
Well,
do
of course
matter,
they
but it's, like,
matter, of
depending on
course.
the
But I
injury.
mean, it's got to be one specific rotator cuff injury. I mean, that's not what we're talking about. Versus
Okay, so if Lamar Jackson hurt his legs,
there's a
that
variety
takes
of
away his
injuries that can
superpower.
affect it.
So if Lamar Jackson hurt his legs, that takes away his superpower. Just like if Joe Burrow hurt his arm, they'll take away his superpowers, right?
Yeah.
If, theoretically, yes.
Okay, so you saying that Lamar Jackson fell off
I can
because he
afford it.
Did he tear his rotator cuff last season? Did I miss
No.
that? Did Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, you know
I
that.
asked y'all the reason why Lamar Jackson fell off because y'all said injuries. Injuries don't mean that you just fell off. You just got injured.
No, it was a part of the reason as to why he performed worse.
Right.
Tyree's cooking. Tyree's cooking.
But
bro.
that don't mean you
He got
fell
injured.
off. It
That's
just mean you
literally it.
injured.
Exactly. He just got
No,
injured.
what I'm
Like,
saying is like the injuries are they play a part into as to why he was playing bad. I'm just
Yeah, he had a bad season, right? Because of injuries, not because he fell off.
exactly.
and
Y'all
because his
saying that
mobility has
Well,
been worse.
he did fell off because
He did
the
not
injury-
fall off.
because
Bruh.
the injury that happened to his game, the injury that happened, the leg injury, the lower leg injury, right, is a major thing that's part of his game. His game is part of his using his leg, using his rushing ability. So when that fell off and he's not running as more, then that means defenses don't put a lot of guys in contain, which open up lanes or open up throwing windows in the passing game. So, like I said there and said, if he's not going to punish defense with his legs, and there's a reason why because of his injury, then I think it's a valid reason to sit there and say, okay, I'm not going to put Lamar top 10 or I'm not high on the Ravens because
Because he was hurt.
of the injury concern.
Right, because he hurt, not because he fell off.
It's because
that's
that's
the
his
same thing.
game though,
Fell off
so it's going to
hurt, yeah.
affect his game a lot more in comparison to
Yeah,
somebody who's
bro.
more.
We
Yeah,
all agree that
less
yes, it
normal.
would.
It affect the game at a large clip.
We definitely agree there, but that don't mean you fell off as a quarterback. You just was hurt
He did fell off because
Oh
the
my
thing
God.
that made him valuable was not there last year.
because
we
he
gonna
was
come back to
hurt,
this
right?
Week 6. We're gonna come
So
back
do
to
you
this
believe he's going to be
week
at the
5.
same level as he was before the injuries and all
Right.
I believe you'll get you'll get in somewhere in between the 2024 season and the 2023 season with Lamar Jackson. Somewhere in between.
So you believe
there. I
that
believe
he's going to
you'll get
be MVP caliber next year?
there. Lamar Jackson, anytime he's healthy, will always be MVP caliber type of quarterback.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Anytime he's healthy, he's proved it. Every time he was healthy, he was MVP caliber player.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. We already got who we got. Tyree had the Steelers winning. Maz had the Ravens. Byron had the Bengals. Who you got, Lex? I didn't get your who you got winning the division.
So I'm gonna just keep it real and keep it short. Like I'm not high on the Pittsburgh. I think they're a little more overrated now. People are too high on them in comparison. I think it's gonna be a two-headed race between the Cincinnati and the Baltimore. I do have Cincinnati at 1 in Baltimore because I feel like there's a lot of losses in comparison to what the Cincinnati. They have more additions on their defense. Dexter Lawrence is probably the best D tackle in football. You have Boye Mafe, who's really
Bruh.
nice.
Before we
You
move
have
on, bro.
Jonathan
What?
Allen.
I don't want to hear a week 7 and week 8 when Joe Burrow and the Bengals are not
Playoff
at the top of the
contenders.
AFC North. I don't want
Right.
to hear that he has a bad supporting cast and he has a bad defense. He has a bad this and that
You do.
because y'all saying that he had the team to
What
to win the AFC North. So when that happens in the future, I don't want to hear any excuses. That's it.
Who's
Right.
making
Keep
excuses?
cooking.
Like I said, Dexter Lawrence is a top 5 D tackle in football. Boye Mafe is nice and he's coming up.
But
I
hold on.
think
He
y'all-
said don't make excuses. Hold on. He's talking about don't make excuses about
Yeah,
the
don't
bad
make excuses,
forecast.
nigga.
Hold on, Tom. Hey, Lex, he talking about don't make excuses for the bad sportcast. Watch how we talk about the next division and who's gonna win the division, and watch how you make excuses for Justin Herbert.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So let's get to this AFC West, right? Who was taking the AFC West last year was the Broncos, but the Chiefs is coming back. Their roster has gotten better. They had a really, really good draft as well. Then you have the Chargers, the change in play calling, right? And getting their tackles back healthy as well. And then the Raiders, the uncertainty with that team. We are coming out the AFC West. I'm going to start with LB.
I got the Broncos. I think that their team is, more or less as good as they were last year. Made a couple of changes here and there, but I just don't think the Chiefs are that good. I think Kelsey is washed. I think Mahomes is going to have a good season, but not a top 5 season. And I just think that the Chiefs' time is coming to an end. It's fucking about time, if you ask me. Last year was the start of it, and I don't think they're going to come back. And I think that this division is going to be beating each other up. You still have a lot of good players in the division, especially defensive players. So I think some of these teams are going to, kind of take a game from each other. I bet the Broncos win with 11 or 12 wins.
So who you got second then?
Who do I got second? The Chiefs. And then after them, I'll put the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers are that good.
Hell no.
Yeah, he tripping.
The Raiders are ass, fortunately, but I think they have.
I disagree with your analysis about the Chiefs.
Yeah, absolutely. I disagree about this.
Well,
I think the Chiefs are back and they're
Go ahead.
better than ever. I think they had a really
What?
good draft.
Bro,
What do you mean?
You gassing up the
What?
Chiefs hard, bro.
They added Kenneth Walker. They got a run game. They
It's
got
not that
Mahomes.
good.
Rasheed Rice is going to be back and playing more healthy. So you give Mahomes a full-time playmaker as well, right? And on top of that, you still got Xavier Worthy, you still got Travis Kelce, and then they also drafted a cornerback as well, right? So, like I said, I'm happy in the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, and Mahomes is going to be back. And
no, he's not.
Yeah, with all due
Is
respect,
the Chiefs defense going to be good, Mookie? Is the Chiefs defense going to be good?
Fuck no, they're not. Their defense is going to be ass.
Yeah, but
I
like I
say
said,
that.
So you're putting all the pressure on Mahomes to go out there.
like I said, they don't need
the
the Chiefs don't need to be great. Their defense don't need to be elite. We all know the Chiefs defense has been declining even when they had those players. But the point what makes the Chiefs good is that you have Mahomes who can control time of possession, and then you're giving him back his playmakers back. That's going to be healthy. I think the Chiefs are going to be a top 10 offense in the NFL, right?
No, they're not.
No,
Yes, they are. Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
Yes,
No.
they are. They got the best center in the game.
I don't know
They
when y'all
got
listen.
they got the best. They got the best center in the game. Creed Humphrey is the best center in the game. Best center in the game.
Is Rasheed Rice going to be there the whole season?
They drafted some guys at O-line. I like what I've seen for the Chiefs. They're going to be back. They're going to be better. You just
Y'all gonna listen to me. Y'all gonna listen to me one day, bro. I keep trying to tell you guys.
Yeah.
As long as
He's gonna
Travis
be third
Kelce
in
is
the
not good, Pat Mahomes is not going to be good. Travis
Yeah,
Kelce is
much.
Pat Mahomes is only as good as Travis Kelce is, and y'all seen it the last 4 years. Every time the decline of Travis Kelce happened, the decline of Pat Mahomes also happened. But you guys don't want to listen. Y'all think Tyree just making stuff up. Tyree just blase. But I prove to you every
2 with Kelsey not being as good.
And look at Pat Mahomes play, trash.
And they got carried by a defense, Moss. And
Exactly.
That defense is mid now. That's the thing.
So we've seen the Chiefs
up
in the past not have a great defense and still win ball games. To Mookie's
Right.
point, all they need is timely stops, and then
Isn't that Tyreek's
as
point
well.
though that
Did you
Mahomes
finish,
was
fellas?
Mahomes on his
y'all
line,
let Mons go.
all we need to do is have timely stops and then let Patrick do what he does in the fourth quarter on winning drives. My only concern about the Chiefs is this, actually for the whole division, is that you guys, they play the NFC West and the AFC East. So the schedule is brutal. And so that part of it I'm concerned about because you got Buffalo, you got New England, NFC West, you got Seattle, the Rams, 49ers. And so for me, it's going to come down to which one of these teams out west in the AFC can win their games out of division. So I think they all split within the division. Not the Raiders, of course, but I think Chargers, Denver, KC, maybe they go 1-1. I'm cool with that. But who's going to have the best record outside the division versus some of these tough teams out east and west, AFC and NFC West? So we'll see. So for me, that's my concern. Can you beat those teams? Buffalo, New England, San Fran, Seattle, the Rams. We'll see. We'll see.
I agree,
That's a fair
Mom.
point.
I mean, I think the Chiefs is going to be the best team in this division. Then I have the Broncos.
I mean, it don't even make sense,
The
bro.
Broncos are still one of the best defense in the league. They added Waddle, but the reason why I don't never think the Broncos will be serious contenders is if Bo Nix don't improve in his ability as a pocket passer. He led the league last year in overthrown throws down the field 20 yards or more. And on top of that, bro,
Didn't they get to the AFC Championship game with?
Yeah, they did.
And Bo Nix only missed one game, huh?
That is true.
What
That
that
was a fraudulent run.
hold on, Tyreek. What that has to do with my point of not seriously looking at them as contenders?
Because
they got to the AFC Championship game because Josh Allen fucking choked in the division round. He laid a fucking egg. And y'all try to sit in there and think he the best quarterback in the league. He laid an egg against the Broncos.
He was the best quarterback in the league, though. But I get your point.
Like I said there and said, it's just, I mean, I think the Broncos is going to always be second. They, you know what's crazy to me, chap? I think the Broncos and the Houston Texans are like the same team almost in a way.
No, they fuck. Hear
what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Because they always going to have these great to almost transcendent defenses that's going to win them games. But what's holding those team backs for being serious contenders is the offensive inconsistency for both quarterbacks, right? And the weapons around them. That's why I think they're the same team almost. Real talk.
No.
So I got I have to put the Chargers third. I don't think the Chargers are a good team. I think they would miss the playoffs this year.
Yep.
I don't believe in Justin Herbert. I don't think that the weapons are really good outside of Ladd, and the defense is going to drop without Jesse Minter. Outside,
maybe I'm crazy. It says, are the Raiders going to be better than the Chargers?
No.
Stop. Are you on drugs?
Look,
no, they have a chance, bro.
I got the Broncos coming. I got the Broncos coming out of the AFC West. I got them the best team in the AFC West. I have the Chargers, the second best team in the AFC West. Yes, I'm sorry, but I'm not trusting Pat Mahomes no more and Travis Kelce fall off. And I'm not sure how Kendall Walker will be in that scheme with the
he would be perfect
with the Kansas City. I'm not sure about that. And then the LA Raiders, they just a rebuilding team. But the reason why I believe in the Broncos is because what's the coach name? Sean Payton doesn't need Bo Nix to be accurate with the ball and ball placement and all that. All he needs him to be is a great game manager. They're gonna use the run game, a lot of RPOs, use Bo Nix legs, and play behind that great defense. So what they're gonna do is keep the score's gonna look like 17-14, 13-10. 21-17. That's how the score is going to look anytime the Broncos play anybody.
You think you beat the Bengals like that, bro?
Yes, of course you can. Yes.
You honestly think you can beat the Patriots like that?
Yes, you can.
No, you can't, bro.
Yes, you can. They showed it. Yes, you can. Cannot. So what they're going to do is control the ball, have Bo Nix game manage, and let the great defense cover them.
Hey, Byron, I mean, who you got winning this division, and who's your rankings?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with I think LB if he had the Broncos, Chiefs, and then Chargers third. I actually do like the Chiefs. My concern is with the offensive tackle. That was a really big problem for their last year. They were putting like undrafted rookies starting at left tackle. I think that contributed a great deal to Mahomes' performance. But I don't think the roster is still good enough. I think the defense is going to be very weak for the Chiefs. I have no idea how Delane's going to play at corner. I think the Broncos are great. I think their defense is top tier. I think they added Waddle. That's only going to help. In fact, I think he's that kind of piece they've been looking for a long time with guys like Troy Franklin, Mims. The offensive line is really great for the Broncos, and I like Bo Nix. I really do. He protects the ball. He's got great mechanics, and he's extremely versatile. So as a result, yeah, man, I think they've got the best team all around. But I think if the Chiefs can figure out the offensive tackle position, I think Mahomes can somehow steal the
You
division
think Bo Nix better than Tyler Shuck?
by a mile.
Whoa. By a mile is crazy.
Yeah, he
Not
Not
capped.
even
You
close.
don't do nothing.
In fact, in my
don't.
opinion, they're actually not even comparable.
What do you mean
Like,
they're not comfortable?
I
Tyler
think Tyler
Shuck got
Shaw
better
is not good
mechanics,
at all.
more accurate. He's more accurate down the field when he pushes the ball down the field. I mean, he reads the
He
backside
doesn't.
defender much better. I mean, what does Bo Nix have over Tyler Shuck other than pocket mobility, Byron?
I mean, everything else. I mean, the torque he's able to generate with his hip to shoulder displacement is incredible. He's able to make all kinds of off platform throws that Tyler Shuck can't. I think Bo Nix's ability to diagnose coverages has been demonstrated on a much higher level than Tyler Shaw. I think Tyler Shaw, I think his mechanics actually stink, to be honest. I think he's got a horrible over-the-top mechanic. I don't think his eyes go to the right place. I think he protects the ball, and he's mobile. I think that's Tyler Shaw, and that'll get you by, but you're not going to
how does mechanics stink? How does mechanics stink, though? He has a very good base. He risks the ball extremely fast. I mean, I don't know what base he can torque his arm when he's basically getting pressure out in the pocket. He can step up. I mean, what about his base and his mechanics? You say he reads the defense really well. Actually, I can make an argument that he misreads the defense because when his first read is developing, when Rouse is developing, when they want to dig shallow cross, instead of a receiver waiting for the receiver in a 3-step drop back, get into his break and stuff like that, he decides to bail. So the predetermined reads has always been there for Bo Nix, right? So I don't know how it's that over Tyler Shuck.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen Bo Nix play in the postseason against all kinds of disguised coverages and defenses and still be able to put up a good amount of points, play good within the Sean Payton system. Yeah, I mean, he had 11 interceptions on over 600.
And most of them came under pressure. Tyler Shuck is much better under pressure than Bo Nix.
It's pressure. Of course, he's going to. Every quarterback plays worse under pressure.
So which quarterback has more floor? A quarterback that can consistently make very good decisions under pressure, or a quarterback that makes erratic decisions under pressure and panics in the pocket?
I mean, I think Tyler Shaw is. I mean, I don't see where you're getting this. He's amazing under pressure from. I don't see that at all. So, I mean, if you're going to say if quarterback A performs so much better under pressure versus quarterback B, Bo Nix, who panics, then yeah. But I think your evaluation of Tyler Shaw is horrible, to be honest.
It's not horrible. It's watching Tyler Shuck plays and understanding that he has better traits much better than Bo Nix. I don't know what you see about Bo Nix. I mean, I've tried to look at the tape what you see about mechanics or stuff like that. He has the worst. He's probably the worst quarterback that I've seen. That when we talk about in terms of drop back in the pocket and having happy feet in the pocket, like I've never seen anything where he would literally consistently bail for clean pockets. Like that right there, that kind of chaos that I've seen him play is not good for what I value for a true pocket general, right? There's so many plays where it then messes up his mechanics because when a defender rushes in the C gap and he has to literally change his base or change his angle to or try to throw out the run, that leads to a lot of inaccurate throws down the field. So, I mean, and then on top of that, when do you rarely see Bo Nix just sit there and just stand in the pocket for more than 3 seconds, just rip the ball out clean? He has a great O-line. That's another thing that you were missing out too. I've seen Tyler Shuck last year outperform Bo Nix, was much better than Bo Nix with a terrible O-line and didn't have the situation that Bo Nix had.
I'll concede that his offense, the pass protection for Tyler Shuck was horrible. So you didn't see him stepping into a lot of throws as a result. That matters.
Would you agree, Maz? Do you know who Tyler Shuck is, Maz?
Yeah, I do. But let me just double back.
What team you play for?
Who you play for?
He plays for the Broncos, doesn't he?
Bruh.
That's like a quarterback. You guys.
Bro.
Look at my point, bro.
Come on, bro.
Bro, let me get Let me get you on this point, please, real quick, bro. You guys, Bo Nix might be in the best situation in the entire league with that defense. Mookie.
Better than Sam Darnold?
No.
He's top.
Hold on, bro.
No.
Because Sam lost Walker, then now I say it's Bo Nix because with that defense, he ain't got to be great, fellas. Listen, have one great drive, score one touchdown, kick 2 or 3 field goals, and let your defense do what it do, bro. Denver doesn't need to be a 20-point scoring offense per game. They don't. The defense is so good. If they can give me 70 points a game, 50 points a game, I trust Denver's defense on any given Sunday to hold you to 13 or 15 or less points. So Bo doesn't need to be great consistently. Just be great on occasions, on a drive here or there. Get your team in field goal position. Don't turn the ball over. Change field position, and that's it. And so again, bro, like I think that Bo Nix is in a great spot, spot because he ain't got to be great with that defense, bro.
Yeah, reminds me of Jalen Hurts. I think Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix and Jalen.
I wouldn't say that, bro. Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Matthew Stafford too.
Jalen Hurts.
Matthew Stafford.
Who would y'all say the most overrated player in this division? Any position?
In the AFC
position?
West?
Yeah, in the AFC West.
Probably Herbert right now. I would say Herbert.
Yeah, people be casting up.
Bro, how is Herbert? No,
Herbert.
no. How is Herbert overrated? Y'all don't even have him top 10. Like, he's not overrated.
I do have him top 10.
That's the thing.
That's
I have him top 10.
Nobody's saying that Herbert's top 5 anymore. Like, y'all can't say he's overrated.
Now about being top 5, bro.
Bo Nix is
I would
more
say that
overrated.
Bo
Nix
Nix
is
is top
overrated.
5.
I mean,
Bo Nix is
the reason why he's
the way that Mookie was talking about Mahomes, maybe Mahomes is the most overrated, bro. He's not top 2.
It's not Mahomes. I think I don't think Mahomes is overrated. I mean, how can you see somebody that dominated their career be overrated? I think the most
right now he's not top 2.
He's talking about as of right now.
Nah, in the AFC West, I mean, there's a lot of people that's overrated. I mean, if we're talking about, I think Chris Jones. I mean, people have a higher look.
He's still good.
That's a good one.
The cheap tackle? Hell no.
What an amazing.
What do you mean?
What an amazing
No, bro. Chris Jones is the definition of timely sacks, timely pressure.
What?
What are you talking
Bro,
about?
Chris Jones was fucking ass last year,
Let
man.
me explain it, bro. Okay.
He's been
so
horrible.
1 year. Okay, so then listen. When you need a big sack, Chris Jones is there, bro. And guess what? Let's not forget he's getting double teamed a lot. So don't judge him off of just pure total sack.
No, he was not getting double teamed like
yes,
that.
not even true, Moss.
Bro. Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Moss, did you not see Chris Jones' effort in games?
So then, if you say
He was
Jones,
he was losing reps consistently.
if you say
He was
Chris Jones,
basically
then,
giving up in games.
if you say Chris Jones, then I'm gonna say Crosby, then, bro. What about Crosby, bro? I mean,
How is Crosby overrated?
How is it Crosby?
How is Crosby, man?
the Raiders' defense, bro, is fucking not good, and he's your best defensive player.
So you
With
think
no
that
impact on their
Moss, you think one player is supposed to determine the whole impact of a defense? This is not
So then
bad.
why are you judging Chris Jones then?
Because when I look at his individual play, play was not consistent. He gave up on a lot of plays. His run defense was not that good. In his pass rush, he was losing a lot of reps consistently. He was giving up. Look at that Jaguar game. That's some of the worst effort I've seen for
Teams do not run at Chris Jones. They run away from him, bro.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. They do run at him.
What are
What
you
are you
talking about?
Oh my god, bro!
You guys, Chris.
And then a lot of people they're comparing Chris Jones to like these newer big tackles. And
You would be sitting there thinking that he.
compared
You prove why Chris Jones is overrated. You prove why.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And a lot of people that compare him to like the Jalen Carters of the world.
Byron, who you think the most overrated player in this division?
Well, now I want to say a different answer from you. I think Chris Jones was the best answer you could have came up with.
100%.
He's been underperforming. And by the way, I just want to say this: all defensive tackles get double teamed constantly. It's their role. They have to keep the
100%.
That's fair.
ball linebackers clean. It's more about your ability to not let the double team carry up. You want to hold your ground there. Anyway, my most overrated player in that. It's a really great question. I'll say one of the probably the linebacker Leo Chenal.
Ooh.
Oh hell no! You better your mom.
Isn't that the Chiefs guy?
Chris Jones was
You
a
on
much
drugs?
better
Leo
answer.
Chenal's an absolute dog.
Chris Jones was a much better answer, but I don't think Leo Chenal is very good either.
That's a terrible answer. Not gonna lie to you.
Why would you say that's a terrible answer?
How was Leo Chenal?
Well, they
You
had
gotta tell
that
me how is he
before,
overrated?
On the Chiefs, they'd be happy to have L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh, another one too. Bowers. Brock Bowers.
Bowers is not overrated.
And the reason why I think he overrated because I don't think he's the best tight end in the league, bro.
So that doesn't mean he's
Like
not.
him or
So
McBride.
who's the best tight end in the league?
McBride. McBride is better. Kelsey is still
Kelsey does not.
Kittle is still better than him. Would y'all agree?
Kittle can't play. Is the problem.
No. You don't think that Kittle is better than Bowers?
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Oh my God, bro! That's why I sit there and say he's overrated because the fact that y'all definitively off his rookie year put him as the best tight end in the league.
He's not the best in the league, but he's still top 3.
I didn't say he's the best.
Yeah, he had a good year last year too.
He's not overrated.
It's not like he was a bum last year. He was trash last year.
Courtney Sutton is also a good name too. Courtney Sutton.
Yeah, I just feel like he's bad. I feel like everyone knows he's not great.
Yeah, I agree. He's just not that good.
Yeah. Now we gotta get to the next division though.
Oh yeah, next division. What we talking about? The AFC
East.
East. Who y'all think is gonna win that division? Last year it was the Patriots that won the division, right? Now everybody's sitting there saying that the Bills has come back with vengeance. I'm gonna start with Lex. Lex, who do you think who's gonna win that AFC East division, brother?
Me personally, I think it's a two-hitter race. I don't think there's anybody else in the division that matters except for Patriots and the Bills. And I think the Patriots are going to once again win the division. I think they have one of the best secondaries in football. I think they upgraded their secondary by getting one of the best ball hawk safeties in football, in Kevin Byard, who is the leading leader in interceptions. You add that to a defense with a Gonzo, who's a top 3 corner in football. That's going to make the defense even more elite. You're adding to that defense where you're adding Draymond Jones, who's a versatile hybrid of a edge rusher who can stop the run, who can rush the passer. And then you're also adding in A.J. Brown to that team. You're adding in Romeo Doubs to that team. Mind you, to a quarterback who is the best deep ball thrower in football when it comes. So you're adding the best fucking deep ball running receiver in football. That's just magic waiting to happen. And then you look at what the Bills is having to do with. They lost Reggie Gilliam, who was one of the best fullback blockers in football. And then they was the best running team in football. So you're losing your best blocker, and then which contributes to what you need for running the ball. That's going to take a considerable loss. And then I don't believe in DJ Moore. I don't think he's that great. I think he's overrated. They lost They lost David Edwards, who's a big loss to their offensive line. So I just don't see what we're seeing as to why the Bills will be up there when they're losing considerable pieces to their offensive line. And the
Patriots have a legit schedule this season, man. They don't got the cakewalk anymore.
Okay, and just like you say that, but the Bills have always had a cakewalk of a season as well.
No,
when has Josh Allen had this elite world beaters of a schedule?
The Bills have been getting first place every year for the last 5 years, except for last year.
That's just not.
They've been playing first place.
They've had first place in the last year because the division has been trash. And now it's not.
You can say what you want. The Bills have been playing first place teams consistently in their schedule.
They have not. They've had one of the worst schedules.
No, do you know how it works? If you get first place, you have to play first place teams. That's how it works.
That's not true.
Because
we can let's go back and look at the schedules and see what the rankings of the Bills had. If you look at the rankings, they have not had this top 10.
You can talk about rankings after the season is over with, but going into the season consistently, the Bills until this year, the Bills have had a harder schedule than the Patriots. Plus, you're going down the Bills roster and you're naming these players. Look, the Bills, they lost on offensive line. They improved on receiver. Their running back room is great. I think it's top 3 in the NFL. Their quarterback is top 1 in the NFL. Their defense, they brought in a new DC. We have Joe Brady as head coach. I just don't know about Joe Brady, but our play calling, we don't need to be so worried about the fullback.
Stop disrespecting Joe Brady. Please stop it.
Let's see him do something.
So he's the way that he simplified the offense for Josh Allen, suppressed all those goddamn turnovers for him. You got to give him so much.
That's the only thing you can say about this is he's pressed turnovers.
Yes, that's very valuable.
He limited the offense to too much of a running game, I think. And now that we don't have that fullback and we brought in a guy like DJ Moore, we're going to be opening up the field way more. I think that DJ Moore goes for 800 yards this season. I think that Josh Allen goes for 35 passing touchdowns. I'm expecting a lot out of the Bills. I have high expectations for them. I think that
you got the Bills winning the division.
Oh, without a question, by 2 games.
And Lex got the Patriots winning the division. So let's because y'all know y'all Bills and Patriots fans. So let's ask the non-biased people. I'm gonna go with Yuana. Who you got winning this division?
Yeah, I'm sorry, LB. I got the Pats winning, bro. And the reason is really nothing like personal. It's nothing about Josh Allen. We all know the guy that Josh Allen is.
No, it's not the team, but I think you're underrated players, bro.
Bro, you gotta be real with yourself, LB. You went, y'all fired y'all head coach, right? Then y'all went and fucking promoted Brandon Bean, and then y'all went and promoted.
Yo, boss, you good, bro?
Yeah, bro. What's up?
Okay. Like you struggling. Go ahead, LB. Go ahead, you wanna.
Yeah. So, bro, y'all promoted Brandon Bean. Y'all promoted Joe Brady. Like, bro, I don't see. And also, you guys got rid of. Y'all lost David Edwards to the Saints. Y'all lost Joey Bosa. Y'all lost all these key pieces on your team. Joey Bosa was not ass for you guys.
He was not ass.
He was good. He was good.
He was. If you watch the game, he was selling consistently.
Bro,
you see the difference is you're expecting him to be the Joey Bosa in his prime. He was good for as a pass rusher.
I don't see you guys
just take the name out.
Competing at a high level like the Patriots, bro. The Patriots got AJ Brown. Like, bro, name me a receiver that was on the same level as AJ Brown is last year. Like, bro.
Wow.
The Pats lost Kayshon Boutte. They lost Stephon Diggs and replaced him with Romeo Dobbs and AJ Brown, bro. How you gonna tell me that team's not gonna get better?
Yeah, I think that Drake May is going to have a regression season.
That's a fact. I mean,
that Drake May is going to have a regression season. So I think that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you hope that he has
against that?
No, I think he will have a regression season because.
But what evidence do you have to?
Just like all of these young quarterbacks that get hyped up and put in top 5 competitions.
Well, hold on, LB.
Usually
Usually quarterbacks have the regression on a sophomore year. Drake May had a elite season in the sophomore year.
I said, I have a thing for predicting when this is going to happen. I called it with CJ Stroud back a couple years ago. I called it with Jaden Daniels last year. I'm calling it with Drake May. He's going to be still top 10, but he's not going to be no top 5.
But LB, I just don't understand how you think that Josh. Hold on, LB. This is the thing I don't understand. I just don't understand how you think that Josh Allen, who is basically underachieved last year, who threw 4 turnovers against the Denver Broncos, I mean, and then had the accuracy issues that he had, the turnover issues that he had. I mean, you just going to overwhelmingly just favor him out this division when the Patriots have gotten better. The only thing I added was just
so you're telling me Josh Allen having one bad playoff game in the last 3 seasons, which happened last year, is the reason the Bills are not going to win the division? Like what?
No, because
Josh Allen has had 3 bad playoff games in his whole career.
But the Patriots are just
the other 12 have been amazing, bro. So you can't even use that. Sure, you can say that
the Patriots are the Patriots are a better team. They have a quarterback
who's going to regress, and they have a fact that the Bills are a more experienced team. I don't give a fuck about the Patriots. They had an easy ass run last year.
They're not more
experienced. Hold on, LB. Where was that? Hold on, LB. Hold on, talk about LB.
I can't wait for the Patriots to go 9-8.
LB, where was that?
Just speak from emotions.
Hold on, LB. Where was that experience when y'all went against the Broncos, bro?
The problem was with Sean McDermott, and he got fired. So,
it's gone now. Bro, you're sick, bro. You're sick.
How? Because we got rid of the players that was selling us. We got
hold on. Let me go with Mons. Who you got winning the division? Who you got winning the AFC
East
division?
I got
the Patriots or what's
the New England Patriots, bro.
This is embarrassing. Everybody who's calling the Patriots, y'all gonna owe me $50 at the end of the season.
All right.
Wait, Mons.
Buffalo has the best player in the division with Josh Allen. But the Patriots are the most complete team in that division. They don't do anything great, but they do a lot of things good. They just play good football, bro, on both sides of the ball. They're coached well, right? You add A.J. Brown, right? They're a good cold weather playing team. They can play in cold weather, hot weather. They can run the football. They can pass the football.
Talking about cold weather team. The whole AFC East cold weather team besides the Miami.
It's okay, bro. I mean,
the
last time I saw Josh Allen,
half the AFC is cold weather team.
The last time we saw Josh Allen, bro, he was at the podium crying, bro, because he wet the bed. Okay, so let's not forget about that.
That nigga was crying.
He was crying, bro. Listen,
he was.
My only concern about New England is that do they have Super Bowl hangover? Right? They went from being, I thought last year they took some teams took them for granted. Now they're coming off a Super Bowl appearance, so our team's going to give them their best shot, right? Can they sustain this type of level of play? I don't know. So they'll get teams' best play moving forward. I thought last year they caught teams off guard, but there's not too many teams in this league that are more complete than the Patriots, right? Again, they're not great at nothing.
Is the Patriots offensive line good?
They're not great at nothing, but they're very good at a lot of things, bro. And sometimes in sports, if you're just consistent across the board, like Seattle was last season, I'll take that over a team who was great on one side of the board than the other side. So, listen, I think they win the division. Buffalo, bro, I don't trust Josh Allen, bro. He's got that Brett Favre, gunner mentality, bad decision maker. When it matters the most, you can't trust him, bro. He's come up short too many times.
Can't trust him.
No,
he had one bad playoff game last year.
Giving that nigga belt.
Calm down,
that
bro.
boy Josh Allen belt. He gonna get his ass whooped. Don't
I
worry about no Josh Allen. Get up out of here.
Maz, I thought you made a good point, and I'm going with Byron and Tyree. I thought you made a good point, Maz, about the Patriots. They added AJ Brown, and I thought the Patriots offense was great last year, especially the numbers and the production was stated. But I didn't think that there were high explosive offense. I think this year it will be much different, and I would think that their offense will be much better. I think the offense will be way high explosive than what it was. My main concern is that their O-line is such a detriment to their team, especially their offense. And Drake May has to improve in somewhat of his pocket presence in a way. I do think he kind of tends to hold the ball too long, especially when he's looking down the field. I feel like he's not aware on his backside, especially when he does maneuver in the pocket. So I do think that, there's some concerns with the offense, but I think the offense is still going to be good. I agree with you. I think it's easily the Patriots. Byron, would you agree that the Patriots are going to win this division and Allen's basically in the Bills is going to be number 2 again?
Yeah, Bills are going to win the division by at least 2 games, bro. I'm just telling you that right now.
I mean, for me, this feels like the easiest one to predict, in my opinion. I think we saw it last year. The Patriots beat out the Bills for the division, and the Patriots got better, and the Bills didn't. And I actually really think that the Bills and this reputation that they have is kind of built on when they were the worst division in football, racking up a bunch of free wins, a bunch of free division winners. It's a free ticket to the playoffs every time you win the worst division of football. So now we've got a competitive New England team with a promising young quarterback. I love AJ Brown personally. I think he's an incredible receiver. He was top 5 not that long ago, and I think
100%.
Jalen Hurts really held them back. So I think it's pretty easy to me. The Patriots.
Tyre, would you agree?
You guys do not know football, and this is so sad.
Finally, someone said something with the fucking
the
logic to it,
Buffalo
bro.
Bills are the best team in the AFC East, bro. Once again, the Patriots had one of the weakest schedules last year ever to get to the fucking Super Bowl.
Why are you using last year's
anytime they play elite competition, Drake May was ass. He has terrible mechanics. He can't read defenses. He doesn't make.
He can't read defenses.
He cannot read defenses. He don't make.
Oh my god! Hey bro! Hey Tyre!
Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point?
You just say he can't read defense.
He cannot read defenses, dumbass.
Yeah, what defense did he didn't struggle to read?
The Texans.
He manipulated all types of defense.
He threw for 3 touchdowns.
He made the right reads against their coverages. What are you talking about?
What about the Broncos?
The Seahawks.
What about the Seahawks?
The Seahawks. He made
defenses in the NFL.
The Seahawks. He made the right play. I feel like the Seahawks.
What? Man, can I finish my point? Drake May is one of the most overrated young quarterbacks in the fucking NFL. His platform is trash. Over and over again. Yeah. His platform is horrible. His throwing angle is terrible. He can't read defenses. He don't make many explosive plays. AJ Brown, who's a big wide receiver, but he quits on his routes all the time. And you guys blame Jalen Hurts. He's going to quit even more in New England when it gets colder. So you guys believing in this Patriots way is not going to happen. Also, the coach is in one of the biggest scandals in the NFL in the past few years. They got a fucking owner who go get hand jobs at the massage parlor. Like, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills.
You're just talking narrative at this point.
No, that's a fact.
You say he don't. You didn't say. Hold on. Sorry. Say he doesn't make explosive plays, but then the fact that 20 yards downfield, throws that he has had the best completion percentage in football.
You
How-
said
how-
completion
how many
percentage.
plays?
Receivers as
You
well,
said
though. Don't
percentage.
forget
How
that.
often do we do down
I said
passes?
completion percentage.
You
He
said
had the
you're
best
right,
completion percentage in
percentage.
football to come to
How
20 yards
many
down the
passes
field.
of 20 plus he had last year, and what
Let's
that
look,
ranked
we'll
in
look
the
it up.
NFL?
Let's look it up. See,
And
see
also,
Look it up.
and also,
And
what
where
was
it
He
ranked
was
in the
top
NFL.
was
5 in
the
air yards
what was the
last year and
what was the
intended air
separation?
yards.
he led in air yards as well.
What was that wide receiver separation that his receivers had last year? Because it was pretty crazy. Because he was
Is,
going
uh,
against bum defenses, bum secondaries every single week.
You said bum secondaries, right?
Right, last year, trash
Was
defenses.
the Chargers
When
a
he
bum
played
secondary?
elite, when he
They
played
were
elite,
mid.
when he played elite
They were not mid.
defenses, he was ass. Y'all got to cut it out.
Hold on, when he
played
played
the-
elite defense, he was ass. No, he wasn't. That's
Yes, he was ass.
That's
What
his
y'all
And number
talking
two,
about?
and number two, Tyree. I don't know what the hell you talking about. He can't read defense. Drake May was
cannot
like
read
literally
defenses.
the best quarterback last year and like hitting cover 2 whole shots. I mean,
Hitting
he's
cover
one of
2
the
whole
receivers
shots.
that
Oh
is
my
quick to
God.
get to his progression at a very high clip as well. His accuracy is very good. I mean, I don't know what you're sitting there saying. Drake May does not know how to read defense. That take is
Drake
absurd.
May is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL. I got the Buffalo Bills. Give me the Buffalo Bills. They also got to bet it. I trust in Joe Brady and Josh Allen before I trust in Mike Vrabel and Drake May. So give me that tandem
Don't say.
over that other tandem.
So did you trust him against the Broncos?
Who?
The Joe Brady and Josh Allen tandem.
Joe Brady wasn't a head coach.
Okay, do you have anything else to say
Play
besides
caller.
the Broncos?
He wasn't a head coach,
That's your
nigga.
only point, bro.
He was the play caller.
He wasn't a
That's
head
your only
coach.
point.
Okay.
But he was-
Okay.
That is true because
So we just trying to act.
Sean
He's trying to
McDermott
act
makes
dumb.
some dumbass decision makings. No, he does it every year in the playoffs. And I think that's one
Exactly.
of the biggest things that held the Bills
His
back.
play calling is
I complained
terrible.
about it for the last 4 years on here. His
right.
situational timeouts, his defensive
This
play
is
calling,
sad.
it was all terrible, bro. It was
All right.
terrible.
Last but not least, last division, and we're gonna wrap this up. What a great show! One of the best shows, man.
Yeah, I've been cooking.
AFC South division prediction. You have the
Vision that no one gives a fuck
Texans.
about.
the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? In Jacksonville, as myself. Indianapolis Colts, Tennessee Titans. Who wins the AFC South? Rank all 4 teams. Now, this is right here. This is right here to me is competitive because we cannot forget about the fucking Colts. They were one of the best teams last season before Dan Jones got hurt. Jonathan Taylor, I did not expect them to have the season that he had. Their defense was really good, especially when they added Sauce and the players that they have as well. Shane Steichen's passing concepts is always going to be incredible. The O-line is good. I think the Colts, if they're healthy, I think that they should be number 1 or 2, bro, for me.
Y'all sipping on the Jaguars, bro. We're taking it
Well,
You think that why is the Jaguars, LB?
because they have the best quarterback in the division first. He's better than Daniel Jones. And here become PC Killer. Oh my god, this guy is such a bum, bro. I can't wait for him to pay me $200 in 2 weeks. But I'm talking about they have Trevor Lawrence. I think they also have one of the best coaches in the division in that Liam dude. And I just think that they played well in the playoffs last year before they choked. And they actually played pretty well against the Bills, and they also dominated their division last year. So I don't think it's really much of a question. Texans are mid. Their quarterback is mid. Daniel Jones is good, but he's just not that good. And I don't think the Colts defense is going to be as good as they need to be. And I don't think that the other teams in the division are even worth talking about, like the Titans, bro. They asked.
Yeah,
so.
I completely disagree with you, respectfully.
Yeah, I don't know
All
what
right.
you're talking about, LB.
But like,
Well, let's
honestly,
cook y'all,
I got
bro.
the
That's what.
what'd you say?
No, I said I just cooked y'all. Right? When you go ahead. What you
I
got?
know. I got the Texans winning divisions. I think this defense is like otherworldly. I think it's by and far large the best defense in football. I think it's one of the best defense we've seen in years in football. It's generational from top to bottom. We look at the pieces they got for their offense. They got Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Jalen Noel. They just added Keyshawn Boutte.
It don't matter when they have a trash quarterback.
So
it don't matter at all.
And they added pieces to the O line to improve the O line as well with Wyatt Teller. They added Braden Smith, who's they added Evan Brown to this team as well. So they made large improvements to this offensive line. So it's going to be a lot better than what we've seen last year. They added Keelan Rutledge, who is probably one of the best offensive linemen out of the draft this year. So I just think this team is going to be bar and
Yeah,
large.
bro, you just naming random players.
Who?
I'm not
Who?
just naming random.
Backups,
Look,
bro.
I mean,
Like, what are we
Wyatt
talking
Teller,
about,
who's a
bro?
great offensive lineman. Brian
Who?
Smith,
Not the damn
Braden
depth
Smith
chart,
is a good
bro.
offensive
He's got no
lineman.
special.
So how am I
Wyatt
naming
Teller's one of
randoms?
the best guards for a really long time.
Yeah, do you not know
Right,
football?
right.
No,
Literally one of the
Wyatt
best guards in
Teller's
football.
good. That's really good.
Who?
He's
No,
been
bro,
top
you
five
just
probably
fooled
every
you
year
don't know
he's
football,
played.
bro.
Bro,
Hold on,
bro,
Byron. You have something to say
you
because you
naming
look like you're very frustrated with these analysis. Go ahead, Byron.
I think both of you guys actually had really good points, but I'm gonna agree. I think the Texans are gonna win it. I agree that the defense is that good, top to bottom. It seems like they've got an elite player in every position. I'm concerned about CJ Stroud 100%. That's probably my biggest thing. But I think the improvements to the offensive line is a really big deal. I actually do think that's going to enable him to play better. I think Trevor Lawrence is a much better quarterback. I think the defense is actually really good for the Jaguars. I think he could be really, really competitive. But I think just roster-wise, the Texans are the best by far outside of the quarterback position.
Why you not high on the Colts?
I was just going to say it. Well, I actually am really high on the Colts, funny enough. I do like the offensive line. I think Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in football. You tie that in with all of these passing concepts that Shane Steichen brings in that has made every quarterback he's ever worked with look good, except for Anthony Richardson, I guess. But and the defense, like he mentioned, was statistically really, really great, especially in the back half of that season. So I think it's going to be extremely competitive with those three and then the Titans. But I'm going to take the defense being the best unit out of all of the team's 100%. Units as a sum.
I think the Colts defense is a little overrated when it comes to their secondary. I think they have one of the worst secondaries in football right now. I think we try to we look at the names of a Sauce Gardner and then try to put that up there, but like
you have
that secondary, it was one of the worst in football. What'd you say?
Yeah, but they have no receivers. Colts have no receivers.
They do. They have Allen Pierce and
they got pieces.
They have Allen Pierce. They have Tyler Warren.
Every team has pieces.
They also have. I think they just got Keenan Allen too as well.
Yeah, they have Josh Downs, Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen's not the same, y'all.
Keenan Allen was good for the Stars last year, and I think the Shane Steichen concepts are going to get him open. Plus, on top of it, the Colts have out of all the teams, the Colts have probably the best O line.
Yeah,
they have the best O line. And let's be honest. Hold on. Let's be honest, Tyree. When Daniel Jones was healthy, was they not number one in their division?
They were
before he got hurt.
Yeah, they were.
They were. So I'm gonna take what they built on. I think the Colts is going to be number one. Then I'm going to put the Texans number 2. Then the Jags 3. We all know that the Titans is unfortunate, even though they added a piece at the wide receiver position. I just think that they're not there. But I do think in the next couple of years, as they grow or improve the Titans roster, I think this is going to be the most competitive AFC division in the sport. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, y'all are forgetting the Jaguars have running backs.
Hold on, what you said, Tyree? What you said?
In 3 years,
Jaguars taking this division. I called it last year too.
Hold on, what you said, Tyree?
Exact shit last year.
Damn, LB, you talk a lot.
These motherfuckers sound dumb, bro. I won't even lie because last year I told you Jaguars win the division. You told me I was dumb. Texans defense is too good. What the hell happened last year? What happened last year? Someone tell me. PC Killer, get in the chat and type to me what happened last year, bro.
LB, we're not talking about PC Killer. We're talking about people on the panel. What you said, Tyree?
And y'all gassing up these other teams, man. Jaguars.
Hold on, LB. Can you let Tyree go, bro?
Yeah, go.
I said in 3 years, Cam Ward would not be a starter. But I think the Jags are the best team in this division. I think they have the better O-line. I think their defense is just as good as the Colts defense. I think Trevor Lawrence is the better quarterback in this division. I like the young head coach that they have. He's more offensive minded for Trevor Lawrence. I don't trust CJ Stroud in big playoff moments. I don't trust him in big games either because he makes too many mistakes. He doesn't hold the ball. Right. I think sometimes he gets in his head too much. I think sometimes CJ Stroud wants to play a perfect game instead of let the game come to him. Also, I don't trust Daniel Jones, his injury history.
That's fair.
I don't trust that. Who else? And Cam Ward. Yeah, he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a question though. Why aren't y'all bringing up the bad secondary of the Colts though? Don't you think that's going to take a major factor? Their secondary was not good last year at all.
Who's the corner behind
Yeah.
Sauce?
You said the corner behind Sauce. I don't
Is
even
it
know
Kenny
that.
I also think that Sauce Gardner is
something-
very overrated and is a holding.
I think he's
rookie.
one of
I
the
don't even
worst.
need to get into
I think
that.
Sauce Gardner is very overrated.
I just really like Kenny Moore as a slot corner. I feel like he contributes a lot, but I don't know if he's still there.
They have the
And they
30th ranked,
hold on,
like,
and they have
passing secondary.
I think they have Tre'Davious Ward. Davis Ward is solid.
Davis Ward.
On the
No. He's on the Chiefs. He went back to the
He's
Chiefs.
not
He's on the
that
Chiefs.
bad.
No, he's on the Colts.
He went back to the Chiefs.
I think so.
Hold on, look it up.
I'm pretty sure he went back to the Chiefs. They got
Tre'Davious Ward is with the Colts.
You sure?
Yeah,
Let me look it up.
he's on the
I'm looking at
Colts
it right now.
Oh yeah, he is on the Colts. He is on the Colts.
Yeah, he's on the Colts. He ain't go to
He said him
Chiefs.
to look it up and say he's on the
Yeah.
Colts. You didn't look it up that fast.
But like I
I'll
said,
literally look it up right now.
like I said, I have major
That's
concern
right.
with the Texans. I don't think that their offense is going to be good. I don't think they will ever be good, but I think their defense is so historically great. I think they have the best defense in the league, where they don't need CJ Stroud to be godly over the world elite to be able to win games. It just he has to make throws when needed to be, play under the run game, hit play action as well, right? But
I mean,
like I said,
how good is-
I think the Jaguars, the team, I'm kind of like underrating a little bit because I think they're really good, and I think their secondary is really solid too as well, and I think their defense is. I think they have the second best defense in this division. So I mean, I like the
and
Jaguars.
How good is the Chiefs?
I won't be
Texans
shocked
run
if the Jaguars is better than the Texans this year.
Yeah, I mean, Jags
Is the
definitely
Texans
do have
run
the
game?
best run defense in football. Like, I think that's not even like a question to me. Like, they have the best
Here's
run
the
defense. In
Here's
football.
my problem though: is the Texans' run game anything special? So when CJ Stroud is mid,
Yes,
I mean they don't have any.
It's not
Bro,
special,
the run-
but it
it's
could
not
be
special.
good.
It's decent. It's
It's,
decent.
it don't need to be special. It's great because they have all the pieces that accumulate to something.
They don't have that many pieces. Like Tank Dell, is he going to play this year?
They
I don't think he's
can't
going to play
handle
this
it.
year.
The thing is,
Tank Dell- they said
Texans
Tank
can't
Dell's
handle
supposed to be
no
playing this
injuries.
year.
If they
Tank
go-
Dell's not
he's
going
gonna
to play
play.
this year. He just had.
Yes, they did. They said I think Tank Dell is playing this year, right?
No,
You want?
no, they optimistic, but I don't think he's going to
Yeah,
play.
Tank
this
Dell's
year.
playing. Yeah.
You don't think he's gonna play?
No, I don't think he's going to play.
Hey, you want who you got winning these divisions? I get your rankings.
I mean, bro, this division is so competitive. I got
100%.
I'm gonna go with the Texans. The Texans they got a crazy defense. Most of that O line, the receivers are back. I got Tank Dell back. They just traded for Kayshon Boutte,
Mhm.
so I got him number one. And then the Jaguars, nobody talked about. They got that guy Bayshal too, and I think he's gonna improve. They're gonna let him run loose. And then also Parker Washington's good. Travis Hunter's gonna be the all-time DB now,
Telling you,
so
bro. Yeah.
he's gonna be 100% DB. So, but I mean, I don't know. And then the Colts. But my problem with the Colts is that we've seen Daniel Jones play elite for 8 games. Like, I need to see more than that. We saw 2 to 3 seasons, 3-4 seasons of him on the Giants. He played, mediocre to below average QB play. Like, I can't trust Daniel Jones when he's only giving me 8 games of high-level quarterback play. So I need to see more.
Especially not in a
Is that more-
competitive
is that more on the
division game. I don't
Giants
trust
or
Daniel
that,
Jones at
like-
all.
Right. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
but
can
he's
really
with
blame Daniel
Shane.
Jones
Like,
for
I don't know what about him. I mean, that's another question too. Is like, is Daniel Jones going to still be able to duplicate the same play that he played, which is there to be left to be like desired. But even if he don't, like, you still have Jonathan Taylor, which is the major thing where I was just like, him coming out there and still performing at a high level, playing at one of the top running backs in the league. Like, I honestly just think that you don't need Daniel Jones to play crazy consistent for you to win, bro. Like,
Look,
they just have an offense, the system that is designed just to put points on the board, and their defense is good enough where they're going to force turnovers. So, I mean, I like the Colts. I mean, I like all 3 of these teams, but I value the offense, your ability to put up points. And for me, I'm gonna have to put the Jaguars 1, and then maybe put the Texans. I don't know. I'm iffy, but if I had to go with a consistent ranking, I would put the Texans 2, and then I'll put maybe the Jags 1. But I still think the Colts is going to be good enough to squeeze in the AFC playoffs.
Yeah, I think all 3 of them make the playoffs.
I think all 3 of them make the
they
playoffs.
making.
Because they don't have a good enough record. They don't have a good enough record.
Of
On
course.
Because I feel like hold on, I feel like all 3 of them are going to make the playoffs. I feel like it's going to be one team out the AFC West is going to make it.
Is
One
it
team out
guaranteed a
the
team
North
from
is
the
going to make
East?
it. That means
Two
that
teams from the East gonna make it.
chat. Hold on, let me get y'all. That
Yeah,
means
bro.
one team out of each division have to make it if three of them going to come out the same division, right?
They only let 3
Okay,
wild
okay.
card teams.
That's one in
And
the South.
there's already going to be West. There's already going to be East. So there's only going to be one from this division, wild card
Right.
team.
Right.
So not 3. There's only going to be 2 teams making it, and I think that the team
Yeah, it's
that
gonna be
gets
hard
bounced
for all
out-
three to make it.
Hold
Is either
on.
gonna be the Colts or the Texans.
Come on. So you're telling me that all 3 teams can't make it out the same division?
No, they can. They
They
can.
can.
We got
They
some-
could, but they're
100%
not
can.
gonna. They
No,
could,
they-
but they're not gonna.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just unlikely.
Yeah.
Well, I think they are very likely because I don't think Baltimore is.
Yeah, what the? No, but no. You can
You
still
got
have
Bills and Patriots.
still-
You got Bills
you
and
can still-
Patriots. You got Chiefs and Broncos.
I don't think Baltimore gonna make the playoffs, bro.
That's crazy.
I don't got
This
Chiefs
guy's
making it.
crazy.
I don't think the Chiefs gonna make it. I'm gonna just say it right now.
I think they will, probably.
Hey,
Hold
look, I just read it 12 hours ago. Tank Dell looks uncertain for this season.
Damn.
Bro, what?
Yeah, if
Look it up.
but they
know
did
about
just
that.
add Kayshawn Booty though.
That's the reason why they
Tyrese, so
traded
that's
for
gonna be-
Kayshawn Booty.
Booty
Yeah,
was
that's
only
probably
good
why
when he
they,
was the
traded
first option, second option receiver.
Right.
What'd you
He's
say?
going to be that good for Texans. Booty was only good when he was a number 1 or 2 option receiver in New England. I mean, is he really that good?
He wasn't.
No, he's not. He's not a like a number 1 receiver, but he's a good deep threat. He's one of the best deep threats that you're gonna get out of that receiver room.
Yeah, but I feel like what we saw with him in New England was they had him at a higher
Because they had
usage
Drake
than a lot of other
May.
guys.
Because Drake May was.
So I want to
Yeah.
ask y'all. I want to ask y'all the quick question before we wrap it up. Who are y'all 17s that are going to make the playoffs out the AFC?
AFC.
When it's all said and done, I'm gonna start with Tyree.
Who are my 17s?
Okay, if you don't know this, we're gonna go with Byron. Go ahead.
Yeah, go with somebody. Come back to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can get it off the dome here. The division winners, I'm probably going to take New England, the Broncos, the Texans, and what's the division I'm missing?
Bengals.
The South.
Bengals. Thank you, Bengals. And now
Bengals.
for my 3 wild card teams, Jaguars have to be in there. I say Chiefs have to be in there, and the Bills.
Okay. Joanna, go ahead.
Okay, so I got the Ravens, the Texans, the Pats, and Ravens, Texans, Pats, the other division. Oh, the Broncos.
Okay.
Then I got wild card. I got the Jaguars, the Bills, and the Colts.
No Bengals. Okay. LB, go ahead, LB.
I got the Bills, the Jaguars, the Broncos, and the Ravens. And then I got the Chiefs, the Patriots, and the Steelers.
Whoa. Lex, go ahead, brother.
I'm
I
telling
got
y'all, bro.
I got the New England. I got Denver, the Texans, and then I also got what division am I missing?
AFC North.
AFC North. I got Bengals, and then for my wild card teams, I do have I have the Chargers. I have Baltimore, and I have the Bills for my last team.
Go ahead, Tyree.
Man, give me the Patriots, the Bills, Pittsburgh. Let me get the Ravens. Let me also get the Jags, the Texans. I'm gonna take Broncos.
Okay.
Well, I got the I'm going with the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm gonna go with the the Patriots. Then I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Then we got the Broncos. Then we're gonna go with the Colts, and then the Jaguars.
That's fair.
Those are teams that are gonna make the playoffs. And we are done wrapping up with the AFC.
Oh, I want to
Appreciate
change mine.
y'all.
I want to change mine. I want to change mine. I want to change mine.
Go ahead.
I want to change mine. New England is
You
not
better.
going to the New England's not going to the playoffs this year.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Whoa!
Yo,
Hot take. Hot take
Oh
of the
my
day.
God!
That's crazy.
We
I'm
gotta wrap
taking-
it up, bro. We gotta
I'm
wrap
taking
it up
the
after
Patriots
this,
out.
brother. We gotta wrap it up after this. He
Yeah,
said
he's trolling.
we
He's
was
trolling.
not going-
Fuck.
Yo,
Patriots not
Tyre, you
going.
gotta
I'm sorry.
stop that, bro. You
They
gotta
not-
stop that, bro.
They not.
You gotta cut it out, bro.
Wow.
Bro, I'll look at the Patriots schedule right now. I don't think they get over 10
Wow.
Yeah,
I really
Patriots
don't
not
know.
going.
All right.
Patriots is going like 13-4.
Yeah. All right, chat, man. Thanks y'all for watching the first season back from NFL's Takeover Season 2. Great episode, bro. Next week is going to be on the NFC, talking about the NFC. We got a lot in store for next week. Make sure y'all enjoy the last season of preseason. Hey, brother. Hey, football's back, brother. We getting to it, brother. Make sure y'all like, hit the subscribe button. Clips will be out. Appreciate y'all, my brother. Appreciate Byron, everybody. You want to LB, even though LB, you got